Intelligence says top secret research has been taking place on a separatist ship called the Hopefell. The Galactic Senate has assembled a rapid response team to sneak aboard the ship and retrieve the plans before the oncoming attack.
I like how sneak is highlighted.
Yeah.
That's a subtle clue that'll come up later. I would have added Greek arrows if I could have. Oh, you can't really see the stars, but then it does the whole pan down that it always does too.
I was very tempted. I think it's. Oh, which one was it? It was.
Just pretend we've panned down to this one.
I think it was operative that like gets to move.
Yeah,
when they roll initiative.
moving their own initiative. That's very cool.
And I was like, that's a cool thing for something like this.
So,
I'm going to have to get my... Hold on.
that's
my
my
mouse.
I won't start. Oh yeah, sorry, I had to steal yours again.
Yeah, no, it's alright. I can't do that.
Skill issue.
You know, I make charisma my dumb stat. And the problem with my background is
It gives you charisma.
that 2 of the 3 things were charisma based.
Yikes.
That's rough.
So, I obviously took the one that wasn't charisma based. And the 4th thing was the one that I already had expertise in, so I didn't really need to take it.
Mind you, I think because expertise is a bit easy to get in this, you can kind of play it that expertise can make up for your bad stats, which is nice. No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Oh, we've got to do the
hero point question.
Well, no, not the hero point question for this one. The secret missions.
Oh. I'm just thinking how I want to introduce my character. My merch has arrived.
Oh!
That's all good.
What merch?
One-shot merch. So I've got my MD by day, DM by night mug.
Oh, very nice.
And my and my Dorothea chose oldest time
Who's Dorothea?
one-shot character bard thing in the Ossuary Echo 1489. Tour t-shirt. Excellent, high quality merch. Fabulous.
Love that.
All good. What did I actually go for in that? Oh, I am scatty today.
We all are.
My brain is just not quite
That's alright.
as connected the way I'd like it to be.
That's okay. I actually forgot all of my notes for this, which I hand wrote. So
Oh,
it's going to
man.
be lightly improvised, which should be good fun. I've got all the maps of
That sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Lightly improvised. All sweet.
All your best work is lightly improvised.
Yeah, me and Jesse on Tuesday were sitting up there while Gala was waiting we were waiting for Gala to arrive. And we're just like having all these conjecture theories about what's happening in Evergreen.
Oh, I wish we hadn't run off.
And then Jesse was like, yeah, I have no idea if even Gala knows if any of these things are true. And I was like, that's probably true.
Yep.
That's pretty funny.
It's hard to keep track of in the lore notes. I've already listened back to the Lancelot talk twice on the recording. It was so good. It was so sad.
Oh yeah. I assume you can get starships in this.
You can. There's an entire book with rules for starships.
Interesting.
Emma, did you have any backstory in mind for your character? No, it's a completely fine answer.
Which is unusual for me.
Yeah.
I will make
worry,
it
I'm
the
the same.
fuck up as I go along.
Awesome. King.
Is my plan.
Alrighty. So, the way that this works, so you've all got a secret objective in addition to what I'm about to describe. So, we'll get started. Are we recording? Awesome. Alright, so, the 3, soon to be 4 of you have been contacted with great urgency. The Galactic Republic, the main force in the universe, home to most planets, has reached out to you via various means of communication with an urgent mission. A small mid-rim mining world has been gathering separatist forces. The separatists are a divergent political force that has been amassing in power greatly over the last couple of years. The Republic, your employers, believes there to be a secret research base somewhere on this planet. That is not your problem, however. What you need to do is sneak aboard one of the ships known as the Hopeful that is currently in orbit of the planet. You just need to sneak aboard the ship, which they have provided you means to do so. Once you're on the ship, you must head to the prison banks and head through an air vent that will lead you through the back bays of the ship to the central computer core, where you can download the plans. You then need to get to an escape pod to get out of the ship before the attack arrives, blowing the ship to smithereens. They are going to smuggle you on board to the small mining planet known as Ketnor 5. From there, they've given you a location and a contact name of who to go to smuggle aboard the ship. So, you've got a place, you've got a name, they should be able to smuggle you, and once you're on the ship, prison base, secret vent, get the information, and get out before you're destroyed.
Okay.
Crazy. So we are going to open on a rickety shuttle. A Republic pilot, but in plain clothes, kind of sideways cap on, pretending they're not a highly trained military personnel, sits at the helm driving it. In the back, a large open area, a ship that would usually seat 20-some crews for a mining operation. We see only 3 people on it. Who would like to describe the character first?
Go for it.
Okay. You see quite a short woman, probably about 5 foot tall, very tall white boots, short white dress, white cape. It's clear this person has never gone outside before in their lives because they are spotless. They're very put together and they've got a data pad on their arm that they're just checking things with and saying, No, can you send me those documents? I need them right now. No, I don't care that the Senate's gone into session. I need those documents now. And then she just sits there and looks. Would you be willing to sign some paperwork before we reach the planet?
Emma, would you like to tell us who she is talking to? She?
No, whatever.
She is talking to 10, who has a name badge that says 10, which is helpful in this meeting new people scenario. This tall, sort of 7 foot, sort of elongated, sort of grey woman with this sort of odd glowing eyes, sort of wearing a sort of what looks like a second-hand sort of Republic medic coat, but it looks like she's got out of the sort of back of a charity shop, all asymmetrical, done up badly. You're unclear whether this person has any particular skills of any description.
I love it. Fantastic.
Yep.
What do they say?
Yeah, I'm looking up at you because I am tiny,
What do we think? 1.5 foot difference?
at least.
Okay. Paperwork?
From the Galactic Senate, of course.
For what?
Ethics.
What's ethics?
I'm ethics. Well, I'm the junior undersecretary.
I'm 10.
to the-
Nice to meet you.
That's nice. I'm the junior undersecretary to the Ethics Committee of the Galactic Senate, and I need you to sign.
We're going to go really well. Sorry, carry on.
I've got here ethics code of the Galactic Senate, which I'll need you to read and sign in detail. There's a section here, here, and she'll bring it up on the holopad. Also, what's your name?
10.
10. Is that just 10? Anything else?
Fingers?
10 fingers.
Down.
I'm Ella Arabia, not that you weren't us, but
Ethics. Right.
Ethics. It's very important on these kind of missions.
10 gets the pad and does that thing, like when you've installed new software, where you just go.
You see,
So it goes.
You do the software, the hologram at the front glitches from a
Yeah.
and there's a spark coming off Ella's wrist as the pad stops working.
They never give me up-to-date information. They never give me up-to-date technology. They think ethics aren't important. They'd rather spend their money on, I don't know, the judicial branch.
Smell of burnt metal enters the air. Dave, would you like to...
I would like to steal from the bag of our ethics company.
Yeah,
Good start.
that's a great start.
If in doubt, steal shit. Nice. Liking it.
That is
They had to give me 5-year-old information.
That is a 14 for sleight of hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll pass.
Passive perception is a thing, so 10 plus whatever your perception score is.
15.
15. You feel... What how do you get caught? How does that work?
He keeps rummaging. He doesn't care that you've seen him.
I think you'll find this is in breach of our ethics code, if you would be so kind. I'll go look for the physical copy.
You are introduced to Bia, who is a Jawa, who is currently rummaging through your backpack. He's probably the opposite of you in terms of he has a sand cloak on, you can only see his eyes, his little gems. He's an engineer, he's got blaster at the side, all sorts of
He's the
stuff.
1 foot difference between the two.
And he's just rummaging through to see what you've got on you. And what he might
I'll
take.
take that. Thank you very much.
Um,
Can I take out a paper copy of the ethics code?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sign here.
he just ignores you because he can't read common. Oh no, he can read. Sorry,
You
he
can
can read. He
common,
can't
but
speak.
you cannot speak.
I can't
common.
speak common.
I was wondering. I was curious if you'd be aware of that.
I am very aware of that fact.
Fantastic.
He just like
So
completely
good.
ignores you, and then just looks at your broken wrist pad, and he's like,
Are you going to steal it?
and then I get out like I'll get out. What do I have on me? I'll get out a glow rod and say,
Weird.
Oh, a trade! I mean, it's worthless
Sometimes they
anyway.
don't realise
And then
that
I'll...
their
Okay,
house
okay,
speak
I get
is
your
connected
respect.
to their dad.
and you get one of my glow rods. Cool, this works.
If
happened
you
when they
receive
went
any
on holiday
messages,
and
could
their
you
alarm went
alert
off
me
every
immediately?
morning.
I need to hear from the representative of the Chancellor.
Absolutely.
Wait, do they say absolutely?
No, they can't actually speak. He's just nodding his head.
Ethics code, when you can.
Oh, brilliant.
I like
he's
cross
just
my-
literally just like got out his tinker's kit and he's starting to tinker with your thing for the rest of the.
How provincial.
Absolutely. Are you going to try and fix it, or are you
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
Give us a tech check.
Which is.
I think
You've got, I
their
believe-
in-house stuff is connected to their deck, which is bad because it means that in the morning when their alarm goes off, it goes off on the day.
And I think you've got tech dice or something like that, so you might add a d4 to that. Just check what your rules
We
are.
could always mention if we need
Yeah. How do I fix that?
Potent aptitude, sorry.
That's guidance. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've only got so many uses of them, so don't use that if you want to. So tech check. Tech is a skill.
Oh, it's a skill.
Yeah, tech is a skill.
Oh,
I think it's called tech. I think.
is it?
Technology?
Technology.
Technology.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So 16.
16. Hang on. D&D numbers. Yeah. There's 16. You look through. You see, it's just a little fault in the system. It is a 5-year-old piece of technology. You're able to reconnect the loose wire as the interface pops up.
Okay, I like glance over there and hope she's not looking. And I
Yep.
put it in my
No.
Stealth.
Yeah, what's my passive? 15.
That's 13.
You see the general.
Wonderful! Would you be interested in a trade?
Or,
That is Republic property.
I'm
That's
gonna
good
draw my
to know.
electric rod. And just wave it in front.
Are you threatening me? I think you'll see that's in contravention of Section 16A. Are you right?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting warnings that my disk space is full for some reason. The program's frozen. Let me delete something.
I wish you were a boss so I could you. He's just gonna like completely ignore you and go tinker in the corner with his
Love.
thing and look out the window.
Excuse me, I am a member of the Galactic Republic Senate. I am entitled to my property.
Disclaimer: Biop is chaotic evil, and he
Of
is
course.
definitely on the dark side of the Force. You are not getting through to him.
Love it. That's good.
Just for notes.
Just if you're interested, my character is evil.
He would rather kill you than listen to you.
Look what they saddle me with. Untrainable. Untamable. So how did you get here?
On a ship? How did you get here?
Well, I was at work the other day, and my father came in. My father's a member of the Republic as well. And he told me that I had a very important mission.
This is like a female version. This is like a female version of your Cthulhu professor. It's like a
A
female.
young woman version
It's
of
a young woman version of the professor. It's very disconcerting. I'm liking it. Carry on, Professor.
Okay, where
Ethics. Ethics. Your father, Republic.
Oh yes, the Republic's very interested in maintaining an ethical position on all its ventures at the moment, and it is my responsibility to make sure that all actions here are carried out ethically. Anyway, obviously I was the
What if
obvious
people-
candidate.
What if people are dying?
I think you'll find that Section 18B. In the case that there is a death
Dying.
involved, it is not the Republic's responsibility to offer any compensation, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, what are the ethics of saving annoying ones or not saving annoying ones?
I think that depends on their, yes, religious affiliation and whether that contravenes with their belief system.
Oh, excellent. She makes a note.
Oh, goodness. We will...
I've also got another data pad, just if you're wondering. I've got a hollow thing.
You've got a spare collection
Yeah.
of them.
got a spare laptop.
No, well, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
Anyway, ethics is a very
I'm going
broad
to
category.
randomly generate my inventory narratively as we do it.
Oh,
I have a light blade. Other than that, I'm not carrying anything until we need it, and then it will definitely have a reason for being there.
Yeah.
Apart
I'm happy
from
with
my sort of battle jacket is like literally held together with like safety pins and like bits of plaster, and oh god, it's a mess.
that.
Mine is trimmed with gold.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is gold. It's spangly. It's
There's like pearls
very
inlaid in the buttons.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Incredible. Real quick, what's your armor class?
Oh god. My AC is like what 3 or something stupid.
I'm going to ask everyone this.
AC would be, where would it be?
I
On the
it's down
thing.
have,
top
like-
bar, I think, near health, maybe?
No, it's in your under the fist symbol.
Oh yeah. 11.
11.
Because I don't think I have any armor.
Yeah, you probably don't. You're a wizard.
question? Do you think my Tinker's kit would have some sort of like mini blowtorch or a light?
Absolutely.
Little welding
110%.
Can I please attempt to stealth
Yeah.
towards a certain ethical document?
Yeah, absolutely. You can take stealth towards an ethical document.
Oh, that's pretty good stealth actually. 19.
Yeah, that.
That beats passive. What are you trying
Anyway,
to
this came from Kimura.
Light it on fire.
do? The document?
Yeah.
At a certain point, the document being on fire beats your passive. The document
Stop it, please. Stop it.
Love it.
Can I try and put the fire out?
Yeah, go for it. Give me... Acrobatics, I think, is the most
Acrobatic?
relevant one, yeah.
10.
You can't put it out without burning yourself, but you can put it out. What's your choice?
Can I... Let's see what's in my inventory really quick. Can I use my canteen of water?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
You pull out, you empty your canteen of water all over the.
That was Republic property!
Oh my goodness.
Well, lucky I've got this backup.
Atrocious. Ella, what is your AC?
It's 13, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 13.
Lovely.
Oh.
And Bebop.
Yeah, where is AC on this
Bebop?
list?
Bebop.
Yeah.
Under the fist, apparently.
Under the first?
Yeah.
So,
13.
13. Lovely. I've got your ACs now, so I'll just tell you if things hit or not. So just tell me if you improve your AC by any means.
Oh, I think...
As in when you do it, just let me know. Alrighty.
oh no, I only get that a second. So first.
Absolutely unhinged. You see,
So cool.
as you're going along, having these absolutely delightful conversations, you can all have inspiration.
Hero.
This is one of my favourite character intros we've done in a while.
This is good because we're like polar opposites.
Yeah.
Literally polar opposites.
there's nothing that can't be saved with good documentation.
Yeah.
You see the front of the
10 heaves
ship,
a huge sigh of relief as the alarm starts going off. She'd
big red
never
alarms
be.
at the front as you hear the
Oh.
pilot go, yep, absolutely. Alright then. As they turn around and say, listen, there's been a slight change of plans. Looks like the mining guild's visiting this town, so I'm going to have to drop you off in the mountains nearby. You'll have to make your way. Do any of you know how to survive in the wilds?
What kind of wilds?
The wild wilds. I'm dropping you off on a mountain trail someone knows about. You see the ship veers slightly to the left. The gravity, of course, keeping you perfectly level, but the stars moving strangely outside.
Beyond just grabs his 50-foot of rope and just holds it above him. And he's only like 3 foot, but he's ready. He's like,
Love.
10 just stands up with the random collection of equipment that she's carrying, and 10 stands there and goes, 10 fingers, or survivor of the 10th Clonefield incident. Who knows?
Love.
Be fine. This one, not sure they've ever been. Have you ever been outside of an actual building?
I mean, I did grow up on Coruscant, but I went for a skiing holiday once on... Oh, where was that? Some
Excellent.
small
God.
outer rim
Yes,
planet.
that was outside, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My family took a skiing trip to Hoth when we were...
this is the alternate character.
Oh,
Very
nice. With a
cute.
gun. Incredible.
How tall do you think a Jawa is? Like 3 foot?
I can tell you canonically exactly how tall a Jawa is because it's
Because they're all the same
Because
height.
he's way shorter than you, and you'd be like a fucking giant to me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Hang on. If I go to Jawa,
We've got short, we've got
Can
medium,
you
we've got
please
tall.
roll me 2d4 and add them together?
Oh. I got 2 4s. Can I be shorter than that?
Well, so 2 4s makes you 3 foot 5.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah,
That's
that
about what I thought. So
Yeah. Oh, goodness me. You see the ship starts to enter orbit as you see the planet before you. Murky skies filled with terrible clouds. You see as you fly through them the rainbow coloration of oil going over the windshield as the clouds seem to contain some terrible thing. You see fields and fields of dead plants cover this planet, and an ocean that looks to be a sickly green colour, with bubbles the size of cities slowly breaching the surface. It does not look like a nice place. You see the small town spaceport that you have been told is called Kansek, where your target Jaff Hakode waits. You've been told to look for Jaff Hakode in a bar called the Scattershot, and that he will apparently be able to help you. You see the ship going through orbit, rears to the side one way, rears to the side another, and begins a full barrel roll, overriding the artificial gravity. Can I get a dexterity save for everyone? That's going to take me a bit to adjust to.
oh
Oh, God.
Can I get a deck save from you as well?
Oh, deck save.
8.
Cormac, yeah, 8.
5.
Incredible. Fails from those.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I'm standing there in my high
never.
heeled boots, just not holding on to anything.
13.
13 is a pass. Level 1, low DCs.
Woo!
You manage to grab onto a side of the ship. The rest of you are flung into the air through gravity as you feel a horrible, sickening feeling in your stomach. The ship comes to a landing with an abrupt halt as you two are slammed into the floor for 1 point of damage,
Okay,
One
never
point
mind.
of that was just like,
which is terrifying at this level.
Yeah, no.
You lose 10% of your hit points.
I am going to do it.
Yeah.
Would I have time as a bonus action to cast a tick?
Yeah, for sure, during the landing, absolutely.
I'm going to cast jump jet.
Yeah, love it. The
Right.
gravity goes up and you go the whole ship
Just as-
rotating and spinning around you as you're stationary.
No.
I don't have many. Oh no, I do have.
Then you got 4, so how many, what level force power is that?
1.
First, so that costs 2 force
Oh, it
power.
costs 2.
Yeah. So it's level plus 1 is how many points it costs.
Nasty.
Are you short rest or long rest? Do you get them back?
That's a big question.
Yeah, because you may not want to use that.
Have a
That's
look.
fine. I don't care.
You'll get a few of both.
I've got heaps of cantrip abilities.
But absolutely, you come into grab just when you find that one out, let me know. You land in what does look to be a mountain range. You can see as you're landing that the town is not far away. Survival check from anyone who wants to tell which direction the town is in.
Yeah, why not? 5.
5? It's that way.
I'm too bothered with my silk dress getting
5 also.
5, it's that way.
where are we doing? 21.
You notice that it is east. You also notice critically that this planet has 2 suns, meaning that east is usually hard to tell, but it's east by the reckoning of the orange sun, not the white sun.
I say it's east. By the reckoning of the orange sun and not the white sun, I'm assuming that's the opposite direction to what they said. And I point to east by the orange sun and go, "You're rich, I'm right, and one of us
I mean,
fits
I
here."
wouldn't say rich. My family was comfortable.
Oh my
Skiing
God.
trip to Hoth. I mean,
Skiing trip to Hoth. I love that. I assume that is dinner.
Yeah.
So we will break there.
You're rich. I'm right. Well.
Alrighty. So, you have landed on Ketnor 5 in a mountainous region away from the town of Tansek, a small spaceport, a wretched hive of not very nice people and miners, if you like.
Oh, I thought you meant minuses and young people.
Yeah, no.
I did think
And
about it as
people
well.
who mine. You leave your medium-sized spacecraft. The pilot bids you a thumbs up in farewell and says, "Good luck," before closing the door and flying away into the sky. A cloud of dust scatters around you as you stand on this brand new alien world. Ketnor 5, approximately 1/4 the size of Earth, gravity at about 87% of Earth's. The air is breathable, but gives you a nasty headache as you take your first couple of breaths, as it feels like standing in an underground car park. You look up and you see the atmosphere here is so thin that it doesn't appear blue. You see the night sky as if it's above you while there are still the 2 suns in the sky. Almost beautiful auroras caused by the chemical gases in the air shine through as the lights have a tail of blue one direction, purple another, red going off. And there's a vague haze for anything about more than 50 or so feet away, or actually let's call it 60 for mechanical reasons. Anything more than about 60 feet away is in a vague haze, and you're going to take a small penalty to attack rolls for anything more than 60 feet away. You know the town, or rather 10 knows that the town is to the east of here. You suspect it shouldn't take you more than an hour or two's walk. Do you want to prepare anything, take a quick rest? For mechanically, short rests, and this is going to be 10-minute little sips. Hello! Hey, good timing!
your stuff's in the microwave if you want
Stuff in
it.
the microwave. You have not missed much of anything.
It's short rest, by the way.
Short rest, good to know. So, for instance, if you want to take a 10-minute breather, get your bearings, you could get those force points back.
Nah.
Cool. Alright, moving on.
And Ella will say, "So, What now? Do we wait for a speeder or something?
See, mine are back on a long rest. So,
You'll get some long
Bloody
rests,
clerics.
just not as many.
bloody cleric build.
How many
fine.
how many force points do you have there?
Oh, a number. 9.
Yeah, there you go. Bebop only gets
Force power's 9. No, I get 4 force points.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
think this is the same.
What?
Drink with water? Yes.
And I'm okay. What are you looking? What do you need?
Guys?
You win. Okay.
Yeah.
You win.
So yeah, I
can't believe
got.
ate like a whole
Oh, I
day.
get tool proficiency that I've not added. Hold on a minute. Let me find a tool proficiency.
I need to add a proficiency too.
Where are my proficiencies? Languages, proficiencies. Filter by tool. I get 1. Ooh. I'm just adding a tool proficiency because on one of my background feat classes, which is ridiculous, I do get like stuff for everything.
Yep.
Geneticist.
Geneticist.
Implements. I don't know what a geneticist's implements are other than DNA.
Maybe like a gene sampling kit.
I think maybe a syringe.
Yeah.
Like all my good
And a rusty sword.
rusty saw.
This is what Majuni's first attempt.
Artist,
to create my
audio,
character was. I was like,
biotech, no.
That's why I went for the
Constructor,
cartoon chibi
gadgeted,
character instead. I
geneticist.
could not do the
100% add them.
Mind you, not
Yeah.
that the chibi looks good. It's got just like a blank sphere head. Oh, sorry, it doesn't look good, but it also like it doesn't get the shadows right.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
None of them did. Oh no, I think these ones did. No, they didn't. It
As-
always tries to edit.
as you land, you stand on a kind of compacted sand, dirt. It's dry, it's arid. There's exposed rocks all around here. You can see that the path is probably too strong a word. The trail that leads down to town seems to just be carved out from rock. Maybe the banks of an ancient riverbed that you now walk along. Jesse, would you like to introduce your character and just jump right in now?
Yeah.
Awesome. You see already standing there next to a single person drop pod. Somebody.
Elaria Ashura.
Nice.
So you want me to just tell you?
Yeah, what do you look like? What's your class? What's your that sort of thing?
So,
Let's start with species, if that's okay.
Elaria is a Tog
Tognat,
Togruta,
Togruta. Oh,
which
yes,
is
yes.
Ahsoka and Shakti's race.
Yes.
So the tentacle heads.
Yeah.
So I've kind of she's like a similar to Qui-Gon. Very powerful, very wise, kind of rose to the ranks very quickly, but just kept arguing with the council and didn't agree with them on certain topics and ways of going about things, and eventually left the order, but kind of on good terms. It was kind of like you can be a master if you agree to these sort of things, and she's very stubborn and sticks to her principles and decides to stay in the order, but they still help each other out every now and then, especially now that it's more time.
Love.
I'm hoping that this story can kind of set up as Ahsoka's hero, as someone that Ahsoka looked up to.
That's cool.
That's fun. Older, younger?
About 45.
Alright, cool. I've selected some random art. It does not matter all that much, though, it's just so that your token isn't blank. Hang on, I'll put it in. You're going to be doing a long drum roll. Take a couple of minutes. There we go.
Perfect. Love it.
Kind of older-ish,
Yep.
wise-looking.
Yeah.
Incredible. Who has Elora?
Elaria.
Oh, Rhea.
Elaria, love it. As Elaria is standing there, could the rest of the table tell us who do they see walking down this track? Who's leading the way?
Oh, absolutely me.
Wonderful.
I'll go ahead and I'll say, oh look, a Cool. Hello. And you see a short human.
Are we on the planet Chile?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not.
You should definitely take offense
No,
to
of
that.
course not. Do I look like one?
Are you with the Republic?
Well, me and the public have a good relationship. But I wouldn't say I look good.
Fantastic! I've got something for you. And
You a sentinel?
Last
Mechanical? Guardian.
consular.
Consular?
Yeah.
Cool.
yes, you see short woman, very white clothing, looks like she never steps outside. This is the first dust she's ever had on her. And she'll walk up to you and present you a big document. And she'll say, "This is the Republic's Code of Ethics. I want it signed. Thank you."
I reckon. So, actually, I'll ask you this: is this something that I would have like? Is this like a Coruscant document that I was seeing
Yeah.
a bunch of times?
It's
If
got the
you never
galactic.
worked with the Republic before, you'd have had
Yeah,
to sign
so-
something similar.
Yeah. What am I signing up for exactly?
You're not signing up for anything. I'm here to make sure that we abide by ethical codes of the Republic.
Who's we?
Good question.
Oh, me and my
14.
friends.
Just like that.
But why?
8.
Why am I joining with you guys?
You're not with the Republic?
I have been sent. Yeah.
Then we are on the same side. Just sign this document, please.
That's really straight to the signature.
Just I
Oh, and here's one.
You see, the form asks you, what's your constitution score?
I got someone to sign it!
Well done, you.
Where's
Scores
plus 2?
plus 2, so 14? 15? I need the digits, sorry.
14. Yes.
14, lovely. And the form also asks you, what's your armor class for insurance liability reasons?
11.
Lovely. The highest armor class in this is 11, I think.
I
Okay.
got 13.
Oh, you've got 13. All
Oh,
right,
is that your
cool. There you go, then. 13.
witty repartee and
Did I
pearls?
get
Oh no, it's actually
Oh,
the
that's not
Diamontes
true.
laid
Ah,
into
Only
laser
one
diamante. With it. Nice.
As you attempt to give the pen back after signing, I would like to seal it.
Give us a sleight of hand.
Oh, that's good.
21.
What's your passive perception?
15. So I don't
Mine's
even.
13, so yeah.
There you go, yeah. As you're passing the pen, when you assume you've let it go, and before you assume you grab it, the pen disappears.
Pen, please.
Gave it to you.
I'm not a fool. Give me the pen.
I'm not a thief.
I roll my eyes and I say, "It's fine. It's not like it's an expensive pen." This was actually a gift from one of the senators.
Feel free to show my character.
Oh yes, I will check out the other character out. We have here Bebop, the Jawa.
He's a Jawa
Jawa.
engineer.
Jawa's unable to speak common, so that's really
You
fun.
can read comics.
We have here Ella Arabia. And here's some art I found of... and who is the fourth person in this group?
Oh yeah.
You see this tall, grey, sort of 7 foot tall, sort of angular female form with this sort of mismatched cloak buttoned all over the place, who just walks straight past Ella, straight past you, and goes and keeps walking east by the orange sun, not by the white sun, and goes, "She skied in Hoth," and just keeps walking.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well, this is an interesting group.
So actually, with the fact that I
I've
don't want
worked with worse, so.
because I don't want to give the briefing again, and I think it's funny. Elora, you were recruited at the very last second. You got the transmission about this 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay.
You know nothing other than you were to meet a group of 3 contractors on this planet. So they can crudely try to explain the mission and the plan as best they all remember it after a nice warm dinner.
So what are we doing? Am I on a ship?
So you would have been driven past by a Republic ship and sent down in a single unit drop pod.
Okay.
So
Do I know
tiny.
what planet I'm on?
You do. You are on the small mining planet. In fact, no, you don't know where you are.
Oh, okay.
You were not told
I
that.
just sent
information.
coordinates.
Yeah. You would have had a ship, like you would have got a comm link basically saying there's a ship 2 blocks away, get on it, we need you.
Okay. Does anyone know what planet we're on? Or is it not
Was
doing
that
stuff?
my little wristband?
Oh, the one you
light up?
stole from me?
No, my one, not yours.
You've got your own!
I've got my. I'm an engineer. Of course, I've got my. No. And
One
just like
that
a
was
small
tall.
hologram of a planet just starts rotating as you like should.
Okay, do I recognise it?
Give me a lore check.
He points his wrist at you as it's written in Japanese.
Is it called Javanese?
That's a 3 or more?
Insane.
These
You
ones
have
never roll well.
you've been to the mid-rim. That's about as much as you've got.
Yeah.
This is an
Oh, so it's
area.
Jawa.
You've been to hut space once or twice. This is none of that. This is deep corpo territory.
Okay.
Sorry, there's no N. It's Japanese.
Sorry, Javanese.
That's even worse.
Yes.
What was the planet called again?
Kepnor 5.
Good thing we didn't end up on Techno 6.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, so what's the mission?
I'm part of the ethics committee. That's not my job.
This one can't
You see another holographic projection of just like a stack of credits and scrap beside it.
I guess we're covering something.
A rather crude summary. 10,
Right.
10, would you be willing to describe our objective to our new friend?
Is it not in your paperwork?
My paperwork deals with the ethics of the situation. That's all I need to know.
I have no idea, but I'm regretting it intensely. You didn't sign her paperwork, did you? You're the only one who has.
Someone
Well,
in
it's
this
just
party has
natural.
ethical
Usually I have to
integrity.
sign that sort of stuff with bloody stuff. I didn't bother reading.
We have to go to this place that is east by the orange sun. Let's go.
Alright. I am. So,
This was totally because I couldn't remember what we were doing.
you are heading to Tansek Spaceport.
Which is east by the orange sun.
You have been told to look for a bar called the Scattershot and meet with Joff Hakode.
Yeah,
I
that's
know I
what we're
had
doing.
that written down.
There's never been a more vegetized.
It's in the notes,
Oh,
Brent.
by the way,
it's in the notes.
I've already used my blowtorch to light on fire and crispen up one of her books of ethics. She had a sitting copy, as you can imagine.
It's probably got 3 or 4.
Hakode can smuggle you on board the separatist ship that contains secret plans and files that you can use. I can't send you the link. I had a big fake Star Wars opener with the song and the crawl and that, which is good fun. Alrighty.
It's pretty good. It's
It
worth
was pretty
doing it.
In addition to that, you also all have a secret mission. Terror in the Republic! You all have a secret mission. Now, you can choose to tell anyone you like about that. If you all decide you want to open up and discuss that with everyone, that's fine. However, I will say, when being given this, you would have been told by whoever you're working for, whoever you're close with, whoever is after this sort of information, that they don't know how well they can trust the people you're working with.
Valid.
And their goals may be at odds with yours. So, up to you if you want to reveal that or not.
To be fair, the goals of this kind of the Thursday crew are always at odds with everybody else in the Thursday crew. So that's like pretty much on point, Ali, isn't
course.
it? No, it's not good, but let's fix that. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
10 is literally just marching. She's very tall, so she's loping in that direction. Very
I'm trying
single-handed.
not to step into anything that could wet my boots.
Incredible.
They're
Of
white.
course you are. You're
Give
going
us-
very slowly.
Give us a running order, please.
I'm definitely at the back because I'm taking my time not to.
Not to get dirty? Oh, yeah. Nice.
Okay.
I'll be first then by the look of it.
I'll probably be third, and I'll be like looking for any discarded objects or more.
I can lead the way. Unless you want
Oh, I've just
Two
marched
of you
on.
up the front.
to. The force will go.
Jawa next.
Oh, okay.
And
You go.
give us a force casting check. So your force power attack modifier onto a d20. Which will be whatever the modifier you add to your attack rolls for force powers is. It'll be proficiency.
Plus light attack modifier, is that it?
9 sounds a bit high. It'll be your wisdom
No,
score
it's a plus
plus
light
proficiency.
modifier. Wisdom score plus proficiency.
Yeah. I think you're a wisdom caster.
Yeah.
Plus 2 at this time.
Okay, so then it'll be 7 plus 7.
Plus 7. Awesome. So 7 onto whatever that dice.
Oh, no, sorry, plus 5.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So that'll be 15.
15. Awesome. You feel your connection to the Force weakened massively, being even not just on, but near this planet. Which, one, is going to be why you're a level 1 character mechanically for this one shot. And two, as you see that the life of this entire planet has died, and
Okay.
is dying. This was, once you get a flash in your mind, a Force vision, if you will, of only 2 or 3 years ago, when this was a lush running river, green covering the hills, great trees growing on the sides 100 years old, and now barren rock and sand. The very essence of the Force has been drawn away from this place.
So I, the player, know of a Sith that can do such a thing. Would my character know that? Can I make a roll?
Can you make a lord check? Yeah.
He's a pocket. I'll roll 20. Law, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah, sure, you've heard rumours. Would you like to share that with the party, or are you keeping that one to
I've
yourself?
heard rumours of dark force users that have gone in certain sort of damaged planets like this before. But they were supposed to have died a long time ago. So I don't know what's happened here. But, I feel, yes, a detachment from the force.
You hear a noise from up in the valley and canyons above.
Does
as
that
these
sound
creatures-
natural or like an alarm?
Sounds natural. Sounds a survival check for anyone wants some. Also, there's a chance I'll ask you for skills you don't have. Just
That's
remind you
that's a nat one.
This is definitely the reversing alarm of an imperial garbage truck. You're
21.
100% Sure. 21. This sounds large. We're talking like 6-7 foot tall. Big. We're talking half-ton. Bird. Native form, you would guess. Anyone beat a 21?
No, I got 17.
Cool. You think individually, not a giant threat, but you recognise a moment after the first call, several others join it. Can I
Star
get
Wars Sturge.
initiative rolls from everyone?
That was quick.
Oh,
I'm not going to do a new system and not immediately dive you into combat.
That's pretty good.
Kill them all. That's not
An earthquake happens.
Sorry.
Biop.
oh, wait. Okay, 5.
That's
Wrong music.
Ella.
21.
Initiative.
Eloria.
Apparently we're fighting the Emperor.
Elora. Eloria? How do I say your character's name again, Jesse?
Aloria.
Eloria.
4.
4. Damn, we are starting strong. And 10.
I am.
9.
No,
9, 10.
10. I'm going to do that joke every time. I hope you know. Alright.
Is there a way to spell it that's different, or is it just T?
It's 10.
It's actually the Arabic numerals 1 O. Alrighty.
It's 10.
X.
So it's 2.
No, 10.
I'm going to skip that one. That's not right for the situation.
No. I think these CR 1/8 bird monsters really need Palpatine steal. I think that really adds to the account. Ella, you are up.
I am. So, I think there's 3 garbage trucks here right now.
You can look around and put 2 together and go, I tell you what, we're doing that one. You're not sure where the garbage truck is, but also there's some weird bird things up on these ridges. In case that's not clear by the map as well, that's a path that leads up, and then this is all raised quite high.
Okay, cool. I'll just... Where's everyone in relation to me? Who's next to me? Is that Jess's character?
We've got
Oh no,
Ted,
Jawa.
Aloria, and the Jawa.
I'll just kind of rush over to Biop and I'll go, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
He's going to unscrew a little piece off the back of this head and give it back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have functionally bardic inspiration. You get a D4 to something
nice.
the next thing.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I say, I think we may have found the actual natives, the locals. They seem to be birds. I'm going to look at the closest one and I'm going to do critical analysis to try and figure out what it is. And I say, I think I saw this in a textbook once. I did xenobiology, you know. And then I'm going to move behind the Jawa.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I keep forgetting your name. Be up. Can I hold an action?
Absolutely you can.
I would like to hold to shoot my gun and just awkwardly maybe we can reason with them?
Awesome. Does your critical analysis require a check or anything, or is it just
No,
work?
it just happens.
Awesome. You perform a critical analysis on the closest one, which is about 100 foot, about 60 foot away. And then
Can I
about
make a
40 foot
lore
up.
check to see if I've read about these creatures
Yeah, go
before?
for
In my textbook? 13.
13. This is called a Kabik. They're not indigenous to this planet. They were brought on for hunting and sport many years ago and have then gone feral and wild and grown more than double in size.
I'll say, oh, yes, of course, I remember going on a hunting trip in Naboo where these were.
Peck from these will hurt you bad enough to kill you, because you're level 1 characters, but only if you're unlucky.
I'll whisper, we should kill
This is such a weird contrast to what I normally
I love it. Alright,
we should kill them.
Are we in initiative still?
so we are in initiative. Bonus action for critical inspection. I think.
And I'm
Would you like
holding.
to take an action? You're holding the shot.
No, I'm just holding it. I want
Awesome.
someone else to kill them.
God's sake.
Oh,
I don't know what
very
I'm doing.
stupid. I love it.
Sleep
Keep
deprived.
it up.
It's excellent.
All right. That is your turn. Hang on. Give me a second. I did a silly thing. Combat. Biot, what was your initiative roll? Do you remember at all?
5.
5. Thank you.
It was very bad.
I was the only one who rolled well. That's
Alrighty.
the only good roll I've had.
+3 too. So it's not.
You see the Biok that you're. No, hang on. That's not what they called them, was it? K-bar. K-bar. Let's go with K-bar. You see the K-bar that you were looking at runs 10 feet and then glides down the rest as it flutters its wings that are surprisingly strong as it falls. It doesn't fly, but it falls slow enough you don't think it hurt. As it looks at you with strange blue eyes.
Ella continues to whack you on the shoulder and go, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
Wow.
You see the other one runs, clears about 100 feet with a dash action, running down the hill with strong, powerful legs. 10, that brings us to you.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Biot's turn.
Nope, Biot.
I will continue to do that even though you're not going yet.
It's just I can't remember how it's like fast syllables is the way to speak.
Yeah.
It's like
Just do that. Just do that. I love it.
it's gonna be good. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about fun.
I like it. 10. Your turn.
10 is going to try and slow this thing. So that is one action. Con save, please.
Is that the one that's just jumped or the one that's on the track?
So
that one's just jumped down. That one is running on the track.
I
Awesome.
will. Sorry, no. I will slow. I was just seeing a ping. Slow the one running down the track.
Lovely. Con save. I don't like how they've changed D&D Beyond in Foundry.
No, I hate it. It really upsets me.
Is that the same? Yes. There we go. 9.
So that would be against my. Where's my spell staff? Spell save is 13.
13, so that's a failure, so it is slow.
It's slow.
Ooh.
And that's 2 points, isn't it, for a first?
Yeah. So it's level plus 1,
Yep.
unless it's a 0, then it's just a 0. Awesome.
Got you.
What does that look like?
10 holds up her hands and kind of looks at it and then sort of goes and just points the middle finger, which I'm now going to have to remember is my slow finger. I'm going to have to write this down.
oh my god, each of the fingers.
The middle finger of the right hand, this sort of this weird, you can see it almost like a heat haze going through a thing, and just sort of encases this creature running
So
down
it's better
there.
now that you can argue with 13 spells.
You see, it looks
I
in
have toes.
utter confusion. Twists its head a little, and then continues to run.
I'm going to have to write this
Just
down.
moving slowly as it falls through the air. Next up is this one. Let's do it. Yeah, Jawa sound.
Jawa noise.
Jawa noise.
I should just have that on like a sound thing, and then every time I want to speak, just like a soundboard.
Bill, you're up.
Oh my god.
He's
There's
gonna
a
like
third one up there as well.
run over to the. How behind cover is that?
That's half cover as it is, but you could just jump on the rock and you'd be fine.
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty short, but I help it's the rock.
Give me it'll be a DC 10 athletics check to jump on the rock.
Why not? I'll attempt to jump on the rock. Yeah, that's not happening. That is a 6.
You run 15 foot, jump to go on the rock, and full pro.
This is exactly what I wanted to do. Because, do I still have an action?
You do slide your action, yep.
I'm
also
going
got
to
a
grovel,
cooking
cower,
for
and beg.
Love Grovel
I
Cow.
cower pathetically in the little huddle area until the end of my next turn. Everyone gets advantage against enemies within 10 feet of me. They can
Nice.
see me. I assume they can see me.
They can see you. You've also now got 3/4 cover from this thing. So one of the only big rules that changes combat in this system is that cover is no longer half and 3/4 and full. It's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4 full.
Okay.
So just slightly more granular. And that's 2, 3, 5 blocks. So pretty similar, but slightly different.
So in other words, I just ran up to them and gave you advantage.
Awesome.
Accidentally, but
So we've got advantage on all of them.
just the one
on
within
that
10 feet.
Okay, cool.
Just hang on, I've got the pointer.
Just that one.
Just that one.
Cool.
You see the bird puts one foot on the rock, almost chuckling as much as a bird can. As it thinks it's got an easy meal.
As it approaches, can I release my held action?
Absolutely, go for it. Give us
I'll
some
go and then shoot. That's not great. That's a 9 to hit.
As it hits the rock behind it, that's a miss. Incredible. That is Aloria.
I'm very useful.
Jesse, you're up.
I'm up, yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
I am going to cast Force Push.
Mhm.
On whatever's nearest to me.
Nearest one is this one over here. You've also got advantage on if there's an attack roll involved.
Oh, I should have rolled with advantage then.
Yeah, go for it. That's what you said.
Oh yeah,
David,
that
well.
would have been 17.
The first shot hits and drops, but the
Oh, wait.
second one, because blasters fire unpredictably as they are uncivilized weapons,
Are these
hits.
mechanically large or medium?
Large.
And it does 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice.
I'm not yoga. I can't force push.
That's alright, these birds are... Normally, you could pull down the rocks on this mountain, but here, with the force so far from you, it proves a challenge. Awesome, that's a hit. It looks bloody from that. These things don't look particularly tanky.
Okay.
Eloria, that is you.
I'm going to pull my lightsaber.
Nice. The most important question of the one shot. What colour is it?
Green.
Very classic, very respectable. Eloria, lightsaber out. Boom. You are 25 foot away from the one you have advantage on, if you'd like to go for that one.
Yep.
Cool.
Where's the speed? Oh, 30 speed. Cool.
30 speed. You will have to go around the rocks, but you can get there. You just won't have cover.
Cool.
You dash across the sand, go in for an attack.
Okay, so it says +1 to lightsaber. Do I have another? So it'd only be a 4, so I get +5 to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it'd be my dex, I imagine.
Probably strengths.
So, yeah, it's fine. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Did you roll with
Absolutely
advantage?
hits. You've got
No.
advantage, so go again, see if you crit.
Just in case. Okay.
Okay, so I got 1d6. So it's 5.
5. You take a glancing blow against this bird's body. It is badly, badly injured at this point, looking on its last legs.
Is luminous damage a type of damage?
I believe luminous is a type of damage.
Yeah, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, the damage types are all different too. Except for necrotic, which sticks around for some reason. Alright, the last one is going to go. It's also going to run down here, but can only get that far, even with dash action. Alrighty. You see the other one also runs down the track, seeming not like it wants to jump. Ella, that's back to you.
Oh, lovely.
So it becomes 2d4 if I use 2 hands.
Oh, yeah, sick.
As I see Elaria,
Mhm.
Yeah, do that masterful strike, I'll say, do it again, as I use, what's it called? Sorry.
You know what it does, but can't
Yeah.
find the name of it, I don't care.
Yeah, as I use my class ability to make you take another attack, so I don't have to. Do it again, and then I'll go and cower behind the rock.
Love it. You've got movement to go get mechanical cover from the rocks.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Do I still have advantage?
Yep, it's till the end of... It's till Bebo's next turn, is it? Beop's next turn?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, so yeah, you can take multiple attacks. And
Yeah, go for it.
6.
6, with advantage.
With advantage.
You-
Roll with 3 to 5.
Lift your lightsaber above your head, going for a killing strike at this bird's neck, as its neck fully tucks into its body like a turtle.
Did you kill it?
As its head goes back out, it's going to go for an attack against you now.
Less. I've
Uh,
underestimated this thing.
it goes in for an attack roll. 10 is a miss though, as you see it goes with its beak, and you're able to wave your saber, stopping it from hitting you. Only gets one attack, so that's it. This one on the leg is going to come down. 30. 50 is enough to get in on your other side. It's going to go in for an attack as well.
Is it still slow?
This is the... Oh, sorry, it is still slow, so it doesn't get anywhere near that far. It only gets 25, which is only that far. And another 25 gets it in range, but it has no more action economy. You see it slowly...
Nice.
I think it gets another save at the end of the turn.
Full, con, normal...
I cannot find where this ability is.
That's a 3.
So it's still slow.
As it slowly rears its head back, ready to strike you. 10, that is your turn.
I am going to walk over to it and draw my light blade.
Nice.
Ooh.
and then I whack it for a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Meh, that's 2 energy.
Nice.
My blade's beautiful, just obviously. It's white, but when it goes to hit, all the edges kind of go red, like it's just sucking all the blood out, like a vampire-like blade.
Your first dagger.
No.
That was terrible.
Because I'm done. The character you've got, the race.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can't picture it from like movies and stuff.
Oh, I've got that lovely picture I was showing. Have a
What's
look.
the race called?
Yeah, but like where do we see them?
In Revenge of the Sith, there's the bit where he lands into the little hole planet where General Grievous is fighting.
Yeah.
And then like the senator comes up and got a big red thing.
Oh,
He's like holding us hostage.
yeah.
And then in the Obi-Wan show, there's also like one also in Rebels. There's
God, I love YouTube. You can just search any movie like
Oh, this dude, yes. Okay, let's make it.
He's like Pinhead without the actual pins. It's like
that was one of the
Pinhead.
things that pissed me off about Obi-Wan so much. I'm like, why didn't you just copy that exactly?
Yeah,
They made his head shorter.
I know one of the reasons is because that makeup took like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they didn't want to do that.
He's like Pinhead in Hellraiser, but he's had the pins taken out, and he's just got the ridges left.
I love their teeth.
The
Also
teeth are
good.
strong.
The teeth are good.
Mm.
Like they're definitely fitting
It's
my
a good
vibe
vibe.
today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I imagine Drizella looks a little bit like that, more in vibes than actual appearance.
Yeah, she's more oozing.
Yeah, fair enough.
She couldn't stand 7 foot tall if she tried.
True.
This thing's more tall and sort of grey and bulky, sort of lanky, like a sort of grey skin-clad skeleton-y kind
Love
of
it.
thing. Nice.
Biot, that's back to you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Yeah, he's now Mario. Alright, he's going to climb over the rocks again because he doesn't learn his lesson.
It's alright, give us an athletics check. Half a movement to stand up.
Yeah. And that is. Where's athletics? That is 9.
9. You don't fall over with a 9, but you don't get over the rock
I
either.
love
You.
one.
That's all we get. That is movement done. You've still got action, bonus action.
Okay, can I see through the rocks at the one on
Yeah,
the side?
you look over. They're probably like chin height for you, but you can look over and see the two.
Okay. I'm going to hotwire my little gadgety thing, or
Mhm.
the display, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Put a tiny little capacitor, pull some wires out, and strip it in, and then I'm just gonna ion blast this thing over the top of the rock.
Love.
Are they within 5 feet of each other? They're not. Okay, so it's
They're
just
within
one.
10 feet of each other,
No,
sadly.
that won't work. Can it please make a dex saving throw?
Sure can. Turn that down just a little bit. Other options. 8.
That will fail.
Damn, I'm so used to Pathfinder numbers. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
It
Yeah, is
takes,
it just?
takes 4 damage.
4
ion damage.
4 ion damage. It stands on its very last legs. As you see, you see, goes, "Ah!" And you see it turns and looks to be ready to run away. Not that it can move until it's its turn.
Can I do this? Use an object action is full action, isn't it?
No, you get one object. Use an object, an action to use an object, like to activate an item.
The
That's
Tinker
not-
Tank says you can take the use an object action.
Yeah, so that's a full.
That's a full action. Okay, never mind.
So yeah, object interaction is one thing, and then a use an object action is a separate thing in this system. All right, bonus action at all?
No.
Cool. Luria, that is you.
I'm just going to make a note.
Hit, hits!
Is that on the one that is fleeing, or the one that is looking healthy and slow?
Oh, okay, so one is flying, so.
The one that Biok just shot looks to be fleeing.
Okay, then yeah, I'll attack the other one. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
How are we doing, Chris?
Crunchy crits. Stride rules.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Stride rolls. Stride rolls.
So that'll be
Stride rolls. I do like crunchy crits.
9? Awesome, because I think at level 1 particularly they are nice. It goes
Yeah.
from healthy to almost dead as you slice off a wing if you want to.
Yes, please. I always want to slice it.
Good to know. As you take off a wing. Bonus action at all? Movement?
No, I'll just
Cool.
let it run.
Alright. The last of it, seeing its comrades in peril, does what any reasonable pack creature would do and gets the heck out of dodge, running further up the canyon. Back to Ella.
So the one that I did the critical analysis on is still alive.
Yep, it is the one that's about to flee. Was your crit analysis?
They'll just say, "Oh, if you want something done, do it yourself," and then I'll stand up and shoot.
Go.
I've got something for that.
That's a nat 1.
No,
Oh no, it's advantage on that one still, isn't it?
no,
No.
damage is
Okay.
over. Although, no, it's not quite flanked.
Yeah.
So, that one, you take your blaster and it just goes. As they do sometimes. They're not very good weapons.
If you want something done, do it yourself next turn.
Alright.
And then I'll pop back
I was
down.
hoping that when that ball was going to hit me, I was going to be able to deflect it.
Next
if
time
you
someone
want that.
fails, that's good fun. This one is going to have its go and run 100 feet away up the canyon.
What the hell? Stupid woman.
Jesse, do you have 5 or 10? Do you have reach with your weapon at all? I don't imagine you do.
It doesn't say.
Cool, then no, you don't.
So.
Awesome. And the one next to you is going to have a go against 10. Actually, that's going to go against one who just cut one of its wings off. That's an 18 to hit.
Me?
Alright.
Yep.
Alright. Why did they move the damage button? It's so annoying. That is 5 damage as you see this thing grabs into your shoulder. Crunching down.
Shit. Actually,
I know that sound. That's Emma's. Oh god, I'm gonna have to heal someone.
Speaking of,
It is exactly that sound. It's 100% that noise. And she very sadly puts away her light blade and rolls her eyes. Yeah. I am going to... How low are you? Very low.
right.
Yeah, okay. I will place my hand across and go, and I can use my right hand, and I can transfer my own life force across, so I can use one of my hit die, and you get that many hit points back. So you can basically roll one of my hit die,
which is D6.
which is a D6. Yes.
Very cool. 1.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You know what it is? Hit dice at level 1. You always roll a 1
Yeah,
every time without fail.
That's alright, I'm back to half now.
that's something.
There you go. Action, bonus action.
So that would be my action, wouldn't
No.
it?
Yeah. Bonus action. You don't think they're all actions, just about.
It's an action, yeah. So that would be my action. Don't think I've got any bonus actions.
No, probably not.
So I shall stand there and glare at it and look sadly at my light blade.
Love. Biot, that's you.
One bloody
Okay.
hit point. God's sake.
Third time's a charm.
Mhm.
That's 17.
You lunge incredibly dexterously over the rocks, moving 5 foot.
Oh wait, hang on. I've got it.
Would you like to? Yay! Would you like to close the distance to get into melee with this bird? I see. But have you considered the ethical implications of such an action? I could do this all night. You closing the gap about up to its knee.
Thank you. I get out my electro prod.
Yep.
And prod it.
Seriously. You haven't.
13.
13, that's a hit.
That is 6 kinetic damage,
Ow.
and it needs to take a save for shocking.
Yep, is that Dex?
Yes.
9. So
That
fail.
fails,
Yep.
and it's another 3 shock damage, and it's shocked until the end of its next turn, which means it can't take reactions, and it can either take a bonus or an action knockback.
Very cool. It can actually take no actions at all because it is dead. Dunskies. Not poisoned, dead. Where's the dead symbol? Dead. There we go. You reach out, poking it in the knee as it goes and falls over in the dirt. The valley returns quiet. The last sounds of the birds skimpering away as you are okay and alone. Half the town now unblocked. Would anyone like to take a moment, say anything like that?
Yes.
As the silence fills the cavern.
This was like bird-like, wasn't it?
Oh, very bird-like, yeah, feathers.
Can I just slice off like a small amount of like a tenderloin?
Yeah, sure.
Just
Give me a survival check to locate the tenderloin of an alien creature.
or just like a piece of flesh.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
that
wing
is-
that's been cut off by lightsaber down on the ground.
Yeah, I want like the fleshy part.
Yeah, fair enough. Who likes
That
that?
is survival 19.
Yeah, with ease. You look at this. You're not much of a butcher, but you know where a load supporting pole would go.
So
And
get
you
out
know where
my
the tenderloin
vibra
is.
digger.
Mhm.
Just carve out a tiny little strip, like jerky sized strip,
Yeah, I love it.
and I'm just gonna blowtorch it as we walk.
Some lovely aburi kebab or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
Ella
delicious.
will walk out from behind the rock and she's like, "Oh, by the Republic, thank goodness that's done. Oh my goodness gracious me.
He hands out.
I'm good. I brought my own, and I'll bring out some little, perfectly done cupcakes, frosted, with a little Republic symbol on top. And
That's so much work.
He just like has it like stretched out like jerky as he's pulling off a piece.
Ella is trying not to be sick.
That's fantastic. Brilliant. Does everyone want to take a 10-minute breather to take a short rest? No is an okay answer.
I love that one.
I'm going to assume that's a no.
It's like my favorite thing to do.
You all continue on. The road continues much as it is, the mountains eventually calming down as you finally reach the peak of a ridge, just in time to see a large ship leaving the spaceport. Several smaller ones coming to land. You see Tan Sek. No, hang on. You see, hang on, there's a big black sheet of, fabric. There's global elimination. Oh, none of you are in the scene. That'll do the trick.
That's the one.
Dion. There we go. You see Tan Sek Spaceport. Enormous. You see there's many mines nearby here, so there's huge, mineral transit units landing and going with big cargoes of rock attached to them. Some actually just, big clamping looking ships that just connect to a boulder and lift it up into space to go off somewhere else. Tan Sek is a small port, you wouldn't expect more than a few hundred people here. It is under control of the mining guild who are aligned with these separatists, the people you're trying to steal information from. You're in the town, somewhere in this wretched hive, there is a bar called the Scattershot. What do you do next?
Try and pickpocket a couple of people on my way to the bar.
Yeah, I love it. So you don't actually know where the bar is exactly.
Just wherever these guys are going, I'll follow them. But
Lovely.
I'm more like looking out just to pick pockets as we go.
I'm going to go looking for an info desk, which
Uh,
I assume from my experience is
yeah. Give
everywhere.
us a perception check.
That's a 2.
You find a window that you believe to be an info desk.
I'll walk up and
You see behind it is a large, kind of a reptilian-looking, four-armed alien, big mutton chops on the side, who opens the little grate divider. Yeah,
salutations. I'm looking for information on this town.
oh, most certainly. Well, we'll do 400 credits for each kidney, 2 credits per millimeter of spleen, 4 credits per millimeter of large intestine, and 3 for small.
Is this a butcher?
Of a sort.
I lean over and go, those are terrible rates.
I was thinking that.
The little Jawa puts his hand up, and just a little floating skull just starts like spinning.
Love.
Can I use my hearing, my ridiculously astute hearing, to see if I can hear sounds of people having a good time?
Absolutely. Go. Give us a perception check. Do you have some sort of racial feature related to?
Yeah,
extremely
no,
good
I have hearing
Oh,
things.
lovely. Let me,
I have hypersensitive hearing.
Oh yeah, hypersensitive.
Incredibly
Of
receptive
course.
hearing, often to their detriment. I have special covers like
Oh, there you go.
earmuffs. They're the same colour as my actual ears, so you can hardly see them. So if I'm perception with has expertise.
Love it. Double modifier then.
Yes,
Or sorry, double proficiency.
double proficiency. Where's my wisdom? Isn't it perception? So perception with expertise gives me +7. So that is 15 + 7 is 22.
22 is pretty damn good.
That's like Pathfinder numbers.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, you hear like 3 blocks away. You hear the sounds of a good time. You hear what sounds like a holotape recording of some sort of song and dance. You hear people laughing, chinking of glasses. You reckon there's a good chance that's where you need to go.
I say, I have no idea if it's where we need to go, but approximately 3.5 blocks in that direction, there are people having a good time with musical stimulation and beverages that I can hear. It may be a good place to at least start.
Lead the way.
I lead the way. Rolling my eyes.
Love it. What's your name?
I've got my dress like pulled up, so I'm not getting anything on the ground.
Love it. Biot, can you give me a sleight of hand check?
Good. But I have +7, so it's not too bad. 14.
27,
Okay.
did you say?
No, 14.
14. Lovely. You go along, you grab a little bit, you get, something like 100 credits worth of stuff, just kind of, pocket change, really.
Yeah.
At that point, you then reach in as you then feel someone turn around and grab your hand with quite a bit of speed. As you see someone in a blue uniform flanked by 2 B1 B1 separatist battle droid units. As you see a woman, sort of, very clearly corporate outfit, professional hairstyle, dirt on her pants, scabs on her hand,
Could never be.
several badges and patches. Anyone who wants to can give me a... hang on, what checks of that is? Is it society? No. It would be law.
Yes. It's born for this moment, and it's cocked. 18.
18? 18 will do it. You recognize this as the outfit of a mining guild officer, though only a minor officer. They're not a particularly important person. They would be like a lower middle manager in the guild. So they probably have, a decent bit of authority in this port, but nothing huge.
Yeah.
As you see, they turn around and say, "What on earth are you doing?"
And I'll try and leave.
There, you see. She says, "BB units, arrest this Jawa."
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
Ella, my friend who is new to this place, we're not really sure about the customs. They won't be doing it again.
Give me
And he just shakes his head.
give me a persuasion check.
I was born for this. No, I wasn't. 13.
13. You see, she says, "BB units, arrest them both." Roger. As you see,
My
one of them
arresting
starts
will
to grab.
cause a scene. I will
10
cause
goes
a
to the
scene.
bar.
10 moves past.
10. Please, 10.
You see
I hold up my hands and go to the officer and go, I'm 9. I have no idea who she's talking about.
Perception check. You see, as you're saying 10-10, you see one of the BB units, one of these robotic droid-looking things, seems to be very flimsy made. Says to you, "Are you offering me a bribe?"
That 20 for a 22.
Incredible.
You were 9.
You see, she says, "Of course, you are 9. Be about your business." Naturally, you don't know these riffraff.
Riffraff? This is Kaminoan silk.
Give me another persuasion check. What is Eloria up to at this point?
That's a 22.
Incredible.
So Aloria would cast Battle Precognition before
Yep.
she goes in, because basically after that close call, not going to go in anywhere dodgy. Going in, and then I don't know. I think she's going to watch how this plays out
Alright.
before stepping in the door.
Lovely. You see the officer says, by the authority of the Mining Guild, we're placing you under holding for the next 24 hours. You will be compensated for any damage to your personal goods and expensive gowns.
Can I?
And you see the battle droids have got your hands behind you, start to walk you off.
I'm going to start
away from
opening
the
my manual and like flicking for something relevant to this kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Does the battle droid try and touch me?
Yeah, it's got you grabbed.
It's got me grabbed,
Mhm.
and has she let me go?
She has, yeah.
I'm going to reboot the droid.
Oh, that's fun.
You see, as the droid is dragging, is there a save for that at all?
There is a save. It's a Christmas saving throw.
They're really charismatic.
Roger, roger.
That's a -2.
-2. It is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Roger, Roger.
As I book it, I'm dashing.
Running through the streets. You see the officer pulls out a comlink of some sort and says, "Be advised, all units, there is a Jawa roaming the streets." Would you have any identifying features, do you think? About 3 and a bit foot tall. Droids are advised, shoot to stun, shoot to stun.
It sounds like you actually legit answered the question.
You are just off, gone, and happy, leaving one depowered unit, one holding Ella, and Eloria just standing by.
Has she left, or is she?
Nope, she's still there.
Okay, I'm going to go up to her and ask. Excuse me, miss. I was just wondering if where you were taking those rapscallions, so I could. One of them owes me some credits.
And you see, she says, "We will be taking them to the holding centre in town. Their property will be confiscated and sold at auction next calendar month."
Very fair. Thank you for your information.
You see a nod. They begin to take Ella away.
It's not fair! Wait until my family hears about this. Do you know who I am?
I was waiting for that.
The droid says, "I do not." And you see a little while later, the other droid reboots, looks around a little bit and starts wandering.
Can I take up the offer of a bribe that it gave me
Yeah,
earlier?
for sure.
I'll say, can I offer you some form of compensation?
Please direct all bribe offers to my biological official.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I'm prepared to make a deal with you.
And he says, "Are you trying to bribe an official member of the Mining Guild?" How much?
Can I'm just covered in jewelry right now. Can I take off my most expensive looking, like, gold jade inlaid bangle and say, I think you'll find it's worth a pretty penny.
Give me a persuasion check, actually.
What's a penny?
I think you'll find it's worth many credits.
A pretty credit.
A charming credit. 21.
20, you see, they look around, you see they take that, and you see they say, "My apologies for the mistake, my lady." Droids release her, and you see the Rada and lets you go. She says, "Enjoy your stay in Tansek. Stay safe out there."
That
and
was my
says,
favourite family.
and takes a few steps and then turns and goes, this will cover you. Your friend is on their own.
We're not friends. They didn't sign the ethics contract. And then I
Lovely.
keep looking.
They pocket your jewels and head off with
Valid.
the druids. Incredible. Good fun. The three of you.
I don't have any money on me.
Not a lot of people start with credits, which
Yeah.
is weird, 'cause they're not worth a lot. You just don't seem to get any. You approach the bar. Music starting to play.
I want you to know
over
that I had this ready to go.
Go for it. That's funny.
Oh, is
Absolutely.
On the way to the bar, can I? Do you think there's a part of town that's like just a ramshackle trader or something?
Absolutely. There's 4 of them.
Cool. I just
No
want to get rid
token.
of all the stuff that I want to turn whatever I had into credits from the pickpocketing, and I also want to sell the wristband. That she
Yeah, for sure. You get probably like 200 credits from all that combined.
Okay.
Is my understanding. I
That's
might wreck on that later. You get, a not huge amount of money, but something.
Yeah.
There, and 10 you're up front. You come across the Scatter Shot. This is a seedy dive bar in a nasty part of town. You see, coal face covered miners coming and going on the streets out here, but the bar itself looks very quiet. You're heading inside. You're coming up with a plan. You're just going to go for it. You're going to vibe out.
I'm just
to-
enjoying the space jazz.
I think you mean space jazz.
I don't think Gala appreciated the look of the characters.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
this was
look
on, I was
pretty-
like, I love this song, and then she's like, because it's quite early on in Star Wars. Like,
So, are we heading in? Are we just heading right into the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. You head in. You see a quite small in size, very quiet bar. Human bartender makes some drinks. You see 2 Geonosans at the bar, so these strange bug-like creatures, almost like a horse head, wings that flitter occasionally as they drink something that looks like honey. You see 3 small one-eyed robots that stand no more than a foot or so tall, sit at a table with various cogs.
Little repair
Little repair droids switching around cogs between each other. It's unclear if they're playing like dominoes, blackjack, or some form of marbles, but it seems to be a combination of all 3. And you see
I heard them playing the what's the game called?
The chess thing.
The chess game.
they're not, but you see 2 humans on the next table who are. And finally, you see some very big, wide-shouldered, bulky, pig-headed, green-skinned aliens who seem to be chatting quite quietly. Oh, thank you very much, and privately to each other.
I'm going to go up to the bartender and go,
You see, he says, "Sure thing." Pours you a drink of some description. It's blue and has like silver froth at the top. It's served in like a beer steiner.
I say,
My apologies. You see, he puts a wedge of lime on top.
no, not that one, not that one.
Lovely. Holds out his hand for a couple of credits. No matter.
Yeah.
15 credits, something like that.
15, okay.
You see also in the side of the bar you see a bright blue coat over them, wide-brimmed hat, sort of like red glasses, is strange alien-shaped brown skin, long fingers, and an odd head that's sort of almost like a manatee goes up, down, back up with eyes on the side, who you recognise, well, maybe you wouldn't actually.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ichthyans that we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
funnily enough. Sitting in the side, who looks around the bar occasionally, but otherwise seems to keep to himself.
You're looking a bit suspicious.
Yeah, you could say that.
Can I make like a force check? So
Hmm.
like, notice anything dark side about it?
Yeah, go for it. They are wearing red glasses, so you never know.
Pretty dodgy.
These are lovely things, Jesse.
Mm.
What's the story with these?
I just saw him in Coles when I was getting
Oh,
some
nice. I
chocolate
thought you
today,
made
and I was like, no. And I was just like, these look tasty. I feel like one. And I was like, but the annoying thing is they're always like come in these packs, and I usually only want like one. But I was like,
Yeah,
oh, tonight's COD, perfect. I'll give everyone one. Let's not go my ways. Yeah, that's some comes to what to do. Inshot it.
Inshot, yeah.
I like the look of them.
6.
Nothing.
Probably the bounty hunter.
I'll lean over to 10 as we walk in here and I'll say, I don't think this place has an ethics code.
Doesn't have a health code either.
You see bartender says, ethics and health codes up on the board. And you see there's the menu, special of the week, and then a little sign which reads, do your killing out back and clean up once you're done.
Alec.
It seems the corner of the sign has been hit with a ballistic scatter gun, which is the sort of thing, brawlers and lunatics would carry in this world.
This place is actually pretty progressive. Most of them don't even allow droids.
How often do you get to the Imperial core? Sorry, the Galactic core.
Not well.
I am scummed and...
This jukebox,
Mm.
does it have like a credit hole to like choose your song?
Absolutely. I don't know when I said jukebox, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
We just assumed.
You didn't. Just assume.
Yeah, absolutely there's a jukebox.
Yeah.
That thing at the bottom there, jukebox.
Yeah, jukebox, sure. Why not?
Try and yeah.
Oh,
I think it might have been a chair, but yes, jukebox.
It's a jukebox as far as I'm concerned. Can I go over to it? Attempt to bypass the coin thing, and play something that's not this.
Yeah. Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
Oh my god.
Not for that part.
Yeah. Go tech. Technology check.
I'm literally just trying to change the song right now. It's a 6.
As it sparks in your hands and you get shot back a little bit into one of the pit droids. The marbles, gears, chips start to fall off the table.
Oh, you've
rolling
broken the
underneath everybody
jukebox.
else as you see the 3 pit droids all turn around. So they clasp on the back. Give me a persuasion check.
Well, it must be a guy named Joel.
That's a 3.
You see they clasp it on the back, which you mistake for a kind gesture, as it is on many planets, but that is in fact the pit droids reaching for your off switch, as it would be on them. As you see, they are ready to start a fist fight. As you see 2 of them jump on each other's shoulders, swinging fists as a third one goes. And
I'm
reaches
going
for a
to
knife. It's not
use
there.
my action to girdle Karen back.
Love.
Grovel Karen back
That's
as
your
an act.
favourite.
You drop down. Give me a deception check.
Can I use my Lawmaster feat?
Yeah, absolutely.
15.
You seriously got Law Master?
Yeah, I do.
Of course. Okay.
I studied at the University of Coruscant. And I'm going to say,
Of
oh,
course.
what a poor, pathetic creature! To give you advantage.
Yeah, go for it again with advantage.
No, I'll put the first one.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
You see the droids go, kind of shrug you off and start picking up their gear, chips, marbles, whatever it is exactly that they're using them for, and setting whatever it is back up on the table. You see, at that point, the bartender looks over to the jar, looks over the 3 of you coming together, and just says, "Can I help you?"
I can't remember what it is.
I'm here to talk to the person. Oh, but you don't know. Because
No, tell me shit.
We're just so bad, like, we have a mission.
I'll also
I have
remind
no
you,
idea.
the ticking timeline you're on is that the Republic is going to come and bomb this place. They're going to launch a full-scale military assault against this place and the shit you're going to get.
But a Jawa,
Just
we're
by
not
the
really
by.
here to tell you what the mission is.
We need to go on this ship.
Yes.
Can I take off one of my rings,
You know how many pilots?
slide it on the table, and then I'll say, we're looking for Jaffa code.
Wonderful. Persuasion as well. Advantage for doing bribery.
16.
15.
You see, he takes the ring and then says, I know one pilot, and I know one Jaffa code. And points towards the Ithian bounty hunter-looking guy in the back, sitting by himself.
Okay, does anyone have any experience talking with these less civilized types?
I think that's a regressive stereotype, actually. But yes, I am a junior representative of the Galactic Senate, so I deal with different types all the time. Hello, friend!
Sam, would you like to lead the conversation?
You see his whole head twists around like an owl as he looks over the four of you. As you see, he reaches up a hand and gestures you forward.
Okay. I'll walk forward.
You see there's enough space in the kind of booth he's in for you all to sit down if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll sit down.
I'm going to sit down and play with the droids and watch their game.
Yep.
Can I, get a napkin and put it on the table?
Oh, God. You see they reach into a bag they have next to them and pull out what looks to be a droid's head on a platform with a bunch of crude wires onto the table. As you see they go, as the droid then goes, hello, I am told you need assistance in smuggling.
That's fun.
This is true.
For the right price, I can offer you my services. You see the droid's mouth flashes with light as it translates.
Were we given any money by the Republic?
You were, sorry, I forgot about that. You were given 1,000 Republic credits.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
We have 200 public credits.
That is the price of, a meal. That's the price of, a flash meal, but still.
We have 500 public
There
credits.
we go. You see, he
Let's pitch
says...
this. Yeah.
you see, he says, the price is 2,000 credits, non-negotiable.
Oh, we just don't have that. Is there something we can do to make up the difference?
You just lie.
No, we don't. We've got 1,000 credits.
No, each. I think it's
No.
Oh, 1,000 total.
We had 1,000 total, yeah.
We have 1,185. Thank you.
Oh, because you stole
You see, if you were to pool your stuff together, what you've got in your pockets, sell off some more jewelry, that sort of stuff, you could probably scrounge 1,500.
So we're about 250.
So still not quite enough.
1,200 credits.
You see, he says, as you see, the droid says, are any of you fond of dice games?
Yes.
As you see, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out 3 silver 9-sided dice, each with different coloured pips on them. As you see, he says, droid translate, life has been kind to me, and I have a small amount of money currently. You cannot lower my price, but you may win in a game.
I'll say, one moment, please. The ethics code clearly states that we're not to get involved in any local gambling games. You have signed that contract, I might remind you.
Well, 10 can play. I don't need to play. I'm not going to
I did not sign your contract.
Oh, I know what they're talking about because I can understand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over to the machine and I'm going to
Does this
attempt
droid
to
speak Java?
stealthily.
That's what I want to know. Does the translator
The droid is
droid
programmed in over 15,000 languages.
also speak Java?
I'm going to stealthily attempt to
You speak
raid the coins box. Under the
Sorry, hit me with that again.
He's going to raid the jukebox
Raid the
credits.
jukebox.
jukebox is
All right,
coin
go for
section.
it.
Yeah,
Just the coin section.
Stealth. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's bad. He's going back to jail.
You see a blaster carbine, so a gun about yay long, has a shoulder bracing.
How many hit points have you got again?
7 nozzles at the front that are slowly starting to spin up, pointed at your cheek as you see the bartender says, I wouldn't, son.
Okay. He goes back in system.
Puts it back under the bar. Good shot.
We're going to pay for
Not
this
with the 2
thing
stealth check.
with the insides of the jukebox. like the cash box from the jukebox.
That's right.
How popular is this place? There's 1,000 credits in this jukebox.
No, there was probably like 10, but
You see the person looks to the four of you and says, do you know Van Buren 500? Law check for anyone who wants to. Anyone happen to take proficiency in dice sets?
No.
I didn't think so.
I've got a genetics syringe.
18.
Not quite the same thing. Your family plays this sometimes on the weekends.
Oh.
20. Just 20.
20. You've played it before in like back alleys on like a turned over crate for various bits of money and occasionally a body part or two. So you would both know how to play.
I won a good spleen at this on one occasion.
I want a horse.
Horse also has a spleen. Horses don't do well if you remove the spleen.
You see there appears from the droid that goes, my apologies. They will play the one who has won the spleen.
Ethics codes. This is an ethics code violation. I'll wait over there and I'll go stand in the corner and just.
Okay.
I don't believe there's an ethics code violation of watching.
I'm staring right at you still.
Okay.
should
I'm
have
going
taken
to
execute
sit
command.
nearby.
You should have done it. There's a spell called execute command that like allows you to command droids.
Love.
I should have taken it, but I was like, oh, how many droids are we going to come across? Turns out a lot.
It's lots. You see he lays down You see he lays down 6 9-sided dice. You understand you play with 3, he plays with 3. The game of Venetian 500 is a lot of rolling and multiplication and trying to score and trying to get the right thing. There's 2 ways you can play. You can either roll deception or you can roll insight as your main strategy, whether you want to try to play what they're doing or try to just hide what you're doing and go for your own.
Insight.
Insight?
Before I walk away, actually, can I just retcon?
Yeah.
Can I use my temporary boost ability to give you a D4 extra, pretty much guidance?
Nice.
Is there a rule for like how you use spells? Do you have to like do your hands up to be visible or anything?
There's probably you'll have a thing with that in your spell casting thing, however you cast spells. Depends on what the spell is, though.
I want to do force or slash roll.
I'd let you roll a stealth check for that one. For something to influence something like a dice roll, I'd let you use. I'd let you do a stealth check.
Okay.
Not a particularly high DC.
Yeah.
So you're going to do that to try to swing the game. Cool. Give us the stealth check for that. See how long you can hide.
And then plus-
So what am I rolling? Insight.
Inside.
Where is my stealth?
13.
13. Awesome. It's going to be a roll off with them. Best
Rollies.
3.
That was an 18.
Well,
18.
Oh, and the
Absolutely
D4.
So-
Sorry.
And the
So
D4.
it's
So the way this will
13.
work, it's best of 3.
17.
Head to head. You roll that. They're going to roll deception. Because you've cheated once, at one point during that, you can just go, nope, Emma wins.
Oh, it's like legendary resistance, but dice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice.
I also want
17.
I took the
Yeah,
idea
how do you
from.
want
At some point during the
What when
game,
Qui-Gon does that?
the door is just going to slam shut
Love.
as he's trying to like count something or whatever. You know.
Yep, for sure. Give us a...
Oh, it's
Performance check.
it's
Oh, it's an ability?
it's a spell tech thing called
Yeah.
production values. So it's a
Awesome.
minor effect within range.
Cool. That'll give him disadvantage on one round. I'll get you to call that before he rolls, though. So do you want him to get disadvantage on the first round, second round, or third?
He does make an investigation check against my tech safety DC,
Cool.
and can tell us an illusionary thing. If he
So was that an intelligence save?
check
Check. Just a straight intelligence?
investigation.
Oh, investigation. Lovely.
Yeah.
Investigation.
We'll do third round.
Third round. Awesome. Third round is a 14.
My DC's 13, so he will
So
know it's
he'll
illusionary.
know you did that towards the end. Alright.
He
First
might be
round.
distracted.
What did you just roll?
17.
17 total. I don't know if he'll beat that. With an 11 on the dice, that is a 15. You are in the lead to begin with. Middle of the game comes around. Give us another check. That's one to you.
Ugh. 8.
You see he pulls into the lead. Anyone who wants to give me a perception check?
Pulled into the lead or drawn?
19.
Drawn, so
Drawn even. Yeah, okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, 20.
With a 20, are you watching the game?
Yes.
You notice, come near the end as they're collecting the dice, you see he very carefully swaps out one from up his sleeve, swapping dice over and shooting.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Ethically, I don't think you want to continue what you're doing.
You cannot blame me for trying. As you see, they return the dice.
I'm
and slide it back
Ethics,
over the
and then I'll walk back into
going to come up to Emma
Mhm.
and go. As I give you the spring from the pen earlier, as you have Bardic Inspiration. It's not really, but
Love.
it's similar.
Bardic
You can use it
Inspiration.
you can use it for an attack and
Okay.
skill check and stuff. I assume we could use it for the game.
Yeah, skill check.
It's a D4.
D4.
Also,
Okay.
and a D4. Third round.
So we're
Door
one all.
slams shut.
So the door's slammed shut and he knows that. So 17, 18, 19, 23.
You absolutely beat him. They try to hide how they're going. Didn't need to cheat. You see the door slammed shut. You see their as you see the droid translate. That was a dirty trick, but your friend would have won anyway. You see this. As you see, you've won about 500 credit. Six. In fact, you beat them at 3 times. You've won nearly 1,000 credits in this game. You have enough to pay their full rent. As you see, it says. It seems we have an accord.
Works for me.
The sword is good.
I leave in 1 hour. Anyone not on board is left behind. The ship is parked out back.
What kind of ship is it?
You see, he says, it is and it mentions some small class of starfighter. Anyone who wants to do a technology check can see what they want to know about that.
Absolutely.
Ooh. 23.
23, 17. You'd both be able to know. This is a personnel and cargo transport unit, basically a truck trailer. Not anything impressive or flashing. But exactly the sort of thing you'd expect someone to smuggle stuff in.
One of those oblong sort of shaped ones.
Absolutely. Big storage shape at the back, unit at the front, wings, simple weapons system, basic shields. The sort of thing that, wouldn't get blown out of the sky immediately in a fight, but would not stand a chance against a military vehicle.
Yeah.
Just hypothetical. You've all got 1 hour before the ship leaves. You get a short rest, whether you want one or not. What else would you like to do, if anything? If you just jump on, if we're just cutting straight to the ship, that is totally okay too.
How much is a disguise kit?
I will tell you. I've got that up around here. Kits. There's somewhere in here. Travis kit's poison kit. Here we go. Disguise kit. No, that's the DCs for it. Hang on, I'll read it here somewhere. Loot, adventuring gear. Here we go. Kit. Disguise kit. Cost 250 credits.
Okay. So good.
Awesome. If no one wants to do anything else, you can take a short rest. You get back your force and tech powers. If you get them on a short
I'd like
rest.
to do the equivalent of checking my emails on my
Yeah, for sure. And
But
in
you don't
fact,
have one anymore.
Oh,
Or
but
do you have a
I've got two.
you pull out the dedicated work data pad instead of your personal data pad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Instead of the wristpad, you lost your phone, but you still got
You're
your tablet. Yeah.
VPNing into the work data
Yeah.
pad. Going, got this.
Yeah.
And in fact, if you're not doing anything else, you can grab a long rest and get all your hit points back because why not?
Because we're level 1.
Mhm.
Long rest.
I love the way that it tracks by making the circle half. And
Yeah. That's very cool.
D&D Beyond needs a picture like that. We just sit here in the bar.
You sit there in the bar, pretty much. Give me 2 seconds.
Well, I suppose it's time to get to know each other.
Can I learn how the droids play this game?
Come again, sorry?
Can I learn how the droids are playing this game on the floor
Yeah,
over
absolutely.
the hour instead of getting stuck?
That's so funny.
Ella will just monologue about themselves the whole time.
At the end of the hour, anyone who hasn't blocked their ears and knows a lot more about Ella, you have played a bit of
I've
what's
disconnected my hearing things. Because if there's annoying noise, I take psychic or sonic damage.
Love.
So I've just disconnected them.
called wonderful.
And then she realised she was in the wrong bedroom.
Oh god. You know a lot more about Ella. You know how to play droidish debonair, as the game is called.
Dwarvish debonair.
Dwarvish debonair. Droidish.
Droidish.
Droidish debonair, and that's canon. Unchangeable now that I've said those words aloud. We're stuck with it, folks.
It'll
You
be
see,
the next
Joffico
hour.
stays in the bar for that hour, but doesn't do much and does not talk to you. Alright, you go aboard his ship. It's very uneventful getting from the bar to the ship. Out back, you see his small transport unit. He takes you on board. You see, he puts the head back with you and puts on a commley, so that he's able to speak up the front, and the droid will speak at the back to all of you, or the droid's head. He gets into the front of the van, and then hear a little later on, if we are stopped, ensure you do not make noise, or they shall fire multiple shots into the interior, killing you almost certainly. Indeed.
None of that. Don't do that.
I have just made this unilateral mental decision that all Star Wars races are now fair game for the wacky racers.
Yeah, I think so.
That you can choose, you can play D&D characters, but with any Star Wars race
Key.
as the base race.
Keen. I want to like.
Oh my god,
four-person
what if we did a
Star Wars
pod
team
racing
on one.
session?
Well,
I'm adding it to the list of ideas for stupid Star Wars one-shots.
yep.
Now that's
Yeah.
pod racing.
Can you grab that?
That's not a Jawa, so.
No. Guess what? Just start at home.
Here's my question while you are hanging out and cracking wise. Does anyone talk about their secret mission at all? Also, this is my chance to remind you all you have secret objectives.
No.
No. This is all relevant to on the ship. Like, it's not relevant now.
It's
Oh,
secret.
so it could be something.
People could have already achieved this. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, mine was actually like carving a bird and eating it. Yeah, that was my secret.
They could become relevant at any time.
Would it be possible for me to do a lore check and look at the recent news to do with this town?
I don't think the internet exists in Star Wars. I think it's a fundamentally less interesting setting that the internet exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
I like the weird techno.
Can I look-
There's radio. There's like the wireless.
Is there like a news bulletin board or anything in here?
Yeah, you can tune into like the news on the radio, sure.
Okay,
Give
yeah.
us a law check, see what you pick up. But I don't think there's like the internet in that sort of way.
14.
You don't get much that's relevant.
So much better.
Yeah, the best instant connection you've got is the Force.
No, pretty much.
You guys are not jacking into my force.
All you really hear about is the details
Ella
of the
is not
mining
the
guild
leader,
takeover.
is the password.
The details of the mining guild takeover. About 3/4 of the way through the hour, you do hear, or rather you feel at first, the ground start to move. The windows shaking, glasses fall off the bar. You see several of the droids duck into their little turtle shell positions as they all tuck underneath their big round heads. The two pig-faced aliens grab onto the table quite strongly. As you see the human bartender says, "Hold on, everybody!" You see the Geonosians, the bug-like animals, just fly off the ground for a second. What do you all do as the ground starts to...
I think I'll
fair enough.
grab on to Eloria.
That one.
Eloria.
That's the one. There's 9.
I'll just like.
Oh god.
You making notes?
I just hope that she's smarter than I am.
This is the cool one.
Eloria, insight check.
What have you done?
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is the bombing has become. Inside, that'll be a 16.
16. As happens, you feel, for a moment, at first you think it is the Force returning to this place, but you realize it is the dark side of the Force swelling here for a moment and then dissipating as the earth shake happens.
Oh.
As a queasiness passes over you.
We're getting out of here.
You see, after the shake, the people in the bar all go back to what they were doing. Nobody says anything.
Drink! There's a drinking game in there.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
kill woman fuzzy inside.
This place is not safe.
Cool. If nobody asks anyone about the strange earthquake, we move on. That's fine.
Oh, can I walk to the bartender?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, is this something that happens regularly?
You see the bartender nods and says, 2-3 times a day now.
Do you know what it is?
We're told it's mining operations on the south side of the planet.
Mining operations.
Bullshit, you ask me.
How
What do
long
you
have they
think?
been doing that for?
Oh, since the mining guild came and took over here 6-8 months ago. They started up a few days later. It was only once every few weeks at first, but then it's getting more and more frequent now.
You sound like a person with theories.
Nope.
What's your theory? No?
I think it's not a mining operation.
Do you have a theory?
Nope.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, for sure.
Nat 1.
You think this person is probably jealous of your impeccable fashion sense and feels intimidated to talk to you.
Oh god.
I know that I'm not a local and I cut a different figure to you, but I assure you, you can trust me. And then I'll smile at my perfectly veneered teeth.
The 24 in insight, I'm just watching.
You think that their emotions change drastically. You think now they're really annoyed at this person. Before,
Understandable.
you think that they just didn't trust the four of you in general.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
so
watching.
there's the Trojan
I'm
says
watching the
droids,
reading.
And then there's the bounty hunter guy that's giving us the live.
there's two humans as well,
There's 2 humans.
and there's 2 Gordians, whatever they're called, pig-faced
Oh, okay.
aliens,
Yeah.
big green skin.
The
I'd
Jabba
like to go up to the
guards.
2
Yeah.
the pig-faced creatures
Yeah, for sure.
and ask them, have you been on this planet, Tom?
They don't speak basic. They don't seem to be able to speak basic. Though it looks as though they understand you.
My apologies, I do not speak the language. I will talk to someone else.
As you see,
And move on to the humans.
you see the humans look. You see one of them looks you up and down, and then goes, "What do you want?"
I was wondering, have you been on this planet long?
No. Job's been 6 months. Yeah.
Do you work for the mining guild?
Mm.
What is your job?
In mine.
What do you mine? Is there a particular element?
You see this plant's got lots of stuff. Ore deposits, iron ore, touch of kralux, that sort of thing.
Have you ever seen any crystal types?
Yeah, find a few in the dirt. Nothing big, nothing fancy.
What do you do with them?
Same as the rest. Goes in the shipments.
And then it's all sorted out later, is it?
Mm.
Yes.
Up on there, the shining jewel of the fleet, the hopeful.
Do I know anything about that?
That's the ship we're going on to.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Correct?
Mm.
Yes.
Oh well.
You asking about Kyber Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being a Jedi, I would 100% know about that too.
Yeah, you got one.
It's literally inside my brain. Because that would also make sense if like it feels like the Force is getting pulled out of the planet.
Yeah.
It's like they're pulling on the Kyber out. doing it because they're building the Death Star.
No.
Looking at you, Gene Osens. Okay. But I wouldn't have any clue about that stuff. I just feel like that's really strange.
How odd.
You see, a little while later, you follow.
Oh yeah, I give up at the bar.
You follow Joffa Code out the back onto their smuggling ship. You're told to quieten down, and you feel no windows in the back, so you don't see them, but you feel lifted up and taken away. You see, after a little while, a grainy image feed is projected onto the back wall of the container you're in, just to give you a rough idea of where you are as you see yourselves approaching the separatist ship.
More
the
calamari.
No.
Can I see if there's any like loose items in the back of this?
Yeah, it looks like there's lots of like empty boxes, and there's a few bits and pieces that have been left behind.
Can I do an investigation
Down
check?
on another one of these.
See if there's anything of value.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Go investigation. You see some old hosing, some rope, a few like tie down chains that have been left here.
I'm going to use my inspiration. It's 15.
With a 15, you find a credit disc of 250 credits lodged in the bottom of one of these boxes.
That's nothing to laugh at.
I'd take it.
You hear the droid's head in the back, who's made very little noise this whole trip, say, "We are now approaching the ship. Please be quiet. Hold still. Hopefully the scanners don't detect you." You feel the ship come for a landing as a jolt goes through your feet.
I'll turn off my telepad.
A few tense moments pass. You hear the mechanical sounds of some sort of droid walking around the exterior of the ship. Voot, voot, voot.
That sounded like Chopper.
Oh yeah. You then hear boom boom on the top. Something moving around above you. Whatever's on the top goes. More steps around the other side of the ship. Something on the other side now. Aloria, can you make me a insight and a stealth check?
Ooh.
As you feel a presence on the edge of your mind. Before you make those checks, sorry, you can do one of two things. You can try to reach out to the presence, or you can recoil back, which gives you advantage on either the insight check or the stealth check.
I would like to reach out.
Yep, that's advantage on the
inside.
the insight, but disadvantage on the stealth.
Okay. So that is 21 on the inside.
And for the stealth.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
Is that a nat 20?
It's a nat 20, yeah.
Wow.
I don't get that, so it's a 15.
15.
That's still not bad.
That's still not bad. You feel, as someone who's studied the Force, you are connected to the ways of life. And actually, I'll get 10 to make the same check, same deal. You have advantage on one, disadvantage on the other, whether you reach out to the presence or hide from it.
So inside?
Yeah, so insight deception, and then do you want advantage on the insight check or advantage on the stealth check?
Insight and stealth. I'll take advantage on stealth.
Yep, so disadvantage on insight.
So insight would be 11.
11.
An advantage on stealth. Ugh. 8. Terrible rolls.
You feel the kind of intrinsic link that gives you your force powers, your magical abilities. You feel a movement in it as you approach this ship, almost like the tide changing from pushing against to pulling. But beyond that, you're not too sure. Alora, you've studied the Force a little bit more in a traditional way. You feel what you identify pretty easily as a powerful dark side user somewhere on this ship. You feel their attention gazing over you briefly, like a watchtower, like a lighthouse beam passing over the ocean that looks over your ship and passes you by still. You're uninterested.
What would be your definition of powerful dark side user?
You've not encountered anyone like this before. Dark side users are rare in this time.
Yeah.
The odds here and there. You would have really only heard of 3 dark side users in the last 20 years or so. One of whom you believe to be dead, being Darth Maul. One of whom you know to be is Darth Tyrannus, and the ex-Jedi. And a third who is unknown but widely believed to be a powerful Sith.
Yeah.
This is not that powerful, but could certainly be a fallen Jedi. For instance.
Yeah. All the mysterious Darth Tyrannus.
Potentially.
Yeah. Because no, actually we would know.
At this point, you would understand. Yeah, at this point, you would know. Yes.
So he would be more powerful than this than I do.
He would be about this sort of power.
Oh shit! Okay, that is very powerful. Yeah.
But again, a gaze that passes across you all and does not seem too interested.
Okay. I'm going to mind Force Whisper
Nice.
to 3 of you, and just say we need to take much care. This ship possesses some very powerful force.
You just hear
I
back.
checked that my phone
Shut up.
You are so much trouble.
You see, after a little while, the container that you're in again starts to move. As you hear the droid's head say, "You have been decoupled. You will be taken to the storage bay. From there, you can make your way. Leave the head here."
I Force Whisper. Thank you.
The container is lifted up, carried off. You hear the sounds of a engine ship moving. You are brought inside the belly of the ship.
Okay.
All right. When we say late, how long would we continue going? Who's up for another hour or so, do we think?
Easy.
Yeah? Good to know.
Says the Jawa.
David's keen.
Yeah.
I'm a bit slow right now, to be
That's
honest.
right.
I don't think I could go longer than an hour.
That's okay. I was going to say, I think I'm pretty confident we can get it done and dusted in another hour, or if we like, we can wrap up now and do another session. I think Chris is away next week as well, if we wanted to.
Looks like I'm needed for rehearsal again next Thursday.
Okay.
We could do the same thing again.
Do
Everything
every
is still
Tuesday this off Thursday.
But yeah.
So I'm easy. I'm happy to do every Tuesday, this Thursday, or whichever. Or play on. I'm easy either way right now. So
Would another hour or so be okay? Hard 11 o'clock finish?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll
And then
just
we
stop
need to do a little
distracting.
bit more.
Just be like a little bit more.
like turn
I'll see
your
how I
Jawa
fit.
off. Turn your Jawa off.
Too much arrow off.
And of course, you can call it at any time, as anyone can.
Like, why did you give him the Jawa? Like, what did you do? I mean, it's like, seriously, it's like when you have children, why would somebody bring them noisy toys?
I love it.
It's like somebody's bought him a fucking xylophone. I mean, that Jawa would go in the bin. If this was my child, I'd be like, no, the Jawa needs new batteries. This Jawa needs new batteries.
Needs new batteries.
My friend, that was one of my friend's children's first phrases. Like, Mama, Dada needs new batteries. Because every noisy toy she had, they just took all the batteries out. And so she'd be like, and they'd be like, need new batteries. Need new batteries. And that was her first succinct phrase as a child, was Mama, and then Dada, and then need new batteries.
That's pretty
To
funny.
be fair, mine was, I need a tissue, so
Oh, that's nice.
I had allergies.
Incredible. The 4 of you are in the back of effectively like a shipping container that's been modified, so there's also a door on the inside. You feel, movement. You're in here for, like 20 minutes properly as it goes around. as it comes to a rest as it comes to a rest somewhere. What is your next move?
Can I try to reach out to the force and see if I feel kyber crystals in the storage area?
Yeah, go for it.
No. Or maybe I feel them everywhere. That's going to be a... Would that be inside?
Yeah.
5.
5. You reach out, you sense something nearby, a wellspring of the force's energy, a moat of something. You think, with that 5 you don't make it, you think if you push through a little bit more, you might be able to work out what it is. Would you like to make that roll?
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's a nat 20 for 23.
Incredible. Give me a wisdom saving throw real quick.
18.
Wonderful. You realise very quickly what you have sprung across is not a kyber crystal at all, but is another being in tune with the force. Nowhere near as powerful as the disturbance you felt earlier, but definitely someone trained in the force of some sort. As you see, only for a flash, through the sheet of this metal container, the walls of the building, the walls of the next one, through and through the ship, turning of the head, a woman with dark skin, 2 sets of pointed ears in deep red crimson robes, as she turns to make eye contact with you, and then the vision ends and the walls return. And you sense that they see you and you see her. Shit.
You gonna say anything?
No.
You all see
Don't you
Elora
guys freak
standing
out.
there, tuning in with their psychic abilities, and then be like knocked down onto the floor, just fully fall over.
Oh.
I'll just like get a bit of my jacket and I go, get up.
I am. Okay.
I'm gonna try and. Is there any kind of interface with the ship? You know, and
So
Star Wars, how they
you
have-
are inside storage container.
Oh, we're in it. Sorry.
So you're
Never mind.
so you're
Gotta get
inside a
out.
storage container, or in what you believe to be the storage section of the ship. So opening the container.
Yeah, I assume you're
Excuse
just
me,
blocking the
Mr.
way,
Peel,
so that's
can
fine.
you open and see if do you have a way of opening containers like this?
Looks like it's just a handle. It's more a thing
okay.
of like, do
Yeah.
you open it and see
Peel-
how
Peel
peek
peeks
out?
out.
Are you going to just crack the thing open? What's your? In what way do you exit the shipping?
Bjork gets out a
Probably-
fusion cutter and just like holds
Peek
it
out.
and lights it. And it's just like,
Yes. Never mind.
Subtlety.
That's the way.
Who opens the door? Who's peeking out? Is my question.
I'm not. I'm staying
I'll
right
probably-
back.
I'll do it.
You do it.
Perception check and stealth check as you do. You see, standard sort of retained. So big heavy metal bolt. You pull up that, and the big metal door opens.
Perception is 5.
Wonderful. It's dark outside.
I've got time.
There you go. It's really dark outside.
Really dark.
You see, there's some dim red lights, kind of like what you'd see in an airport or something like that, just in the floor.
Yeah,
that,
okay.
Slowly spinning around.
Red just doesn't go with my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, no red cranial processes.
That makes it really hard to identify types I use.
It's actually
Why is your
camouflage
lightsaber white?
Oh
I
dear.
haven't seen one like that before.
Why are you attacking me? What are we doing stealth?
Stealth.
It's 12 on stealth.
12. The door slips out of your hands from it and just lightly boom against the nearby
It's gonna be
container.
great.
One solid sound. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing happens. It's dim outside. Looks like you're in a massive warehouse full of these sort of storage containers.
Okay. Looks like the coast is clear.
What's your plan? You're on board the ship. You know that your mission is to get to the prison center and then go through a vent there will lead you to the computing core where you can get the file. You can also just try to find the computing room outright. Your call. What's your strategy? What's your plan?
Probably go through the prison.
Any of you have any of those screwdriver things?
That's what I was thinking.
I have all the tools.
You can interface with the ship's computer.
Yeah,
let's
absolutely.
find it.
Easily.
I will do. I'll be the R2D2 of the team.
Yes.
But before that, as everyone else leaves the container, I'm going to quickly sneak back in it and close the door slightly as I assume my false identity.
Yeah, alright, why not?
So he comes out of the container. His roby thing, his what do you call it? Like a robe.
Yeah, right.
Is slightly more tan. And there is a sticker over the name that's on his little shock thingy that says Butte. And he has like a driver's license, he has everything. He's just it's
You've got like Republic government issued documentation.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, but he looks exactly the same except for a
Have
slight
your
colour.
inspiration point back again. That's pretty good. What does Butte do?
He goes to. Can I try and find a computer terminal?
Oh yeah, easy. You're in a storage hub. You follow some wires. You find a computer terminal. Do you want to look up a map document? Do you want to look up where stuff is?
Yeah. So I want to look up. I want to know where the central computer is, and I want to know where this prison is.
Yep, go for it. Give us a check.
That was a nat 1.
Nat 1. You stick your screwdriver into a power socket. You take 1 point of electrical damage.
R2D2.
As a little bit of smoke just rises above your lightly tanned cloak. Would you like to try that again?
You silly creature. That's a power
I am
socket.
going to.
Even I could identify that.
I'm going to tap the terminal with my electroprobe.
Yeah,
And destroy it, and then move to a different one.
lovely. You cause several $100 worth of property damage, and then you just like smash a computer to bits and then walk over to another one.
To be fair,
Behavior.
Yes.
Technology check.
points in health, man.
That's 15.
That's that. Yeah. You look.
There'll
it
be
doesn't-
none left if you doesn't pass one soon.
It does indeed seem like the most direct route. You pull up a massive display map of the ship on your comm device. It doesn't seem that the most direct way to get to the computer core is to go to the prison block, sneak through the vent system to the computer's core. However, it's not the least guarded station. Prison core is going to be more difficult. You see an alternate path that goes through several hallways that would still get you to the computer core, would take longer, but you wouldn't have to get through the secure facility that is the prison center. So your options are direct, short, but high security, or long, winding, lower security.
Okay. Little Jawa is going to be talking to you guys in charades. He's going to have 2 little maps
Oh,
on
I
his
love
thing.
this game.
And
Oh,
his
God.
first one is just like a little map of the direct route, and he's just like, he grabs your blaster off you, and he's like, and then he goes like this other route, and then he's like, and then he's like,
I think he's saying that we might get into a fight if we go the direct route. It'll be quiet if we go the
No.
Incredible.
Usually in this game they're talking about films.
The fuck is a film?
They're talking about hollow, I don't know,
Hollow pictures.
hollow
Hollow
pictures.
I haven't seen one of those in many times.
Oh, you must get to the pictures more often.
Well, if we can get through to the more secure location, we might be able to, I guess, persuade them using the force. Okay.
I like it, yeah.
Let's go.
We are choosing fighting.
No, persuasion.
They're choosing fighting, I'm not.
Hear a sound starting to build in the
God.
background. What is very clearly an alarm, and 4 seconds of buffer.
Oh,
You should
would
be
that
there.
be because we blew up a computer?
Seems much bigger than that. You hear it echoing off from miles away on this ship. It recalls to you that in about 40 hours after your mission, that in about 6 hours after your mission started, the attack was set to begin. You were meant to be dropped in town. You spent about 2-3 hours walking to town. You had to kill another extra hour at the bar. You've got not long at all until
Uh-oh.
the full-scale assault begins. And in fact, this sounds like a proximity alert on the ship. It sounds like they're going into attack stations.
We need to go. We need to go. Go.
Go for it.
Now.
It's good though. Oh, I can't say anything.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go to the
Lucky
Let's
the
go.
alarms are going because we're going to be making a lot of
I'm just gonna
noise.
shut up. 'Cause I
You
can't say
see, you all... I won't run that the whole time, we'll go insane. But you all head directly to the prison. Now, here's the trick. As you run through the halls of this ship, it is a blind check whether you bump into, in the best case scenario, some droids. The medium case scenario, some, high security droids, droidicas if you like. Second to worst case scenario, a certain dark side force using woman with two sets of ears who you've just spotted in the distance. Or if you roll a crit fail 1, potentially a very, very bad person on board. Who'd like to roll the encounter checks? You've chosen the short path, who has 3,
no,
the
you're
longer
not
path
right.
had 7. So, 3 encounter checks, let's roll it. D20.
Okay, how about we roll like one each?
Okay.
Who wants to do the third?
I would
Yeah,
do
us two.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Us
Let's
two.
go. First one there.
Oh, you do.
No, you go first.
Okay. It's gonna be a net 1.
Come on, show us the one. That's all.
It was
That's
a 3.
Incredible.
Okay, so
So that's the
it's
second
red
to worst
skin
option.
shit. So, okay.
That's our first encounter. Let's go for our second encounter.
I feel a disturbance before.
14.
14. That is no encounter. Sorry, no, that's a couple of BB units, so a couple of droids, but no stress. Our third one,
6.
a 6, so that is, again, the second to worst option. So,
How do we run into it twice?
well,
We're doing Scooby-Doo.
With
I'm going to just clump all the encounters in one go. You're not going to, bump into them multiple times. Don't worry. It's not that.
It's just she hears a double.
As you are
It's just
heading
bad
along-
encounters.
As
Just
we're
like
heading
doubly
along,
bad.
I'm wearing high-heeled
Oh.
boots and just making a racket like,
Are you running in heels?
yes,
In a metal ship?
yes.
Fucking hell.
Even with the alarm,
Yeah.
still hear
Incredible.
Those are military.
She is trying to get us killed.
No, they're designer.
As you are heading through these various corridors, you see a number of droids up ahead and a couple of figures that look human, not quite human, humanoid, biological, standing amongst them. They're around the corner, so I'm assuming you're sneaking, peeking around corners as you go. Doesn't seem like anyone spotted you. You can hear voices talking not loud enough to be heard quite over the alarm unless you were to stop and listen in for a bit. Your other options could be to turn back, head your other way, launch a full-scale attack. What do you think? You're in kind of corner of a corridor.
Are
long
we into
corridor.
the prison area?
You're in just the corridors of the ship. So prison area is beyond this corridor. You're in kind of like like a ship's galleyway, if that makes sense, like a
Is
big
there-
long metal corridor.
I'm going to force Whisper into the Jawas.
Mm.
So can you hack these droids? And you can.
There were droids.
Yeah, bunch of droids. Seems to be about probably 4 or 5 of them.
I
Or
can't
at least, or
respond.
at least distract them. Or something.
I'll go. no, maybe not that one. Maybe not. Okay. Let's do that one.
Just give it a try.
And I'm going to cause the illusionary. These are droids.
There's droids, there's also people.
There's people. Okay.
Seems to be 2
Is there like-
figures, a
Oh,
man
there
and
is
a
people.
Is there just one long corridor, or
Yep.
is it?
massive long corridor. There's hallways off it as well. So it's
Yeah,
a long
hallways
stretch
off
of
it.
this hallway. Yeah,
Is
hallways.
there a hallway off it within 30 feet?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to create a sound in this hallway
Mhm.
that sounds like a lightsaber.
Incredible. You do that. Give us a. I know it will work regardless. Just to see the very quality of it. Give us a tech attack roll.
It is. They can investigate to figure out if it's fake or not.
Yep.
That's 15.
Wonderful. You see the various droids or start over. You see the woman you saw in your vision earlier kind of dark skin, 2 sets of ears, cloak, kneeling down on the ground in front of an old-looking man, grey beard, slicked back hair, crisp, resplendent uniform, kind of brown cloak over it, wears a lightsaber at his hilt. As you see, with the sound you see, he looks up and simply chuckles a little. This should prove an adequate test for you. And then wanders off down the hall, away from the lobby.
Is it Dooku?
You see, I'm assuming you're not going to hang around to see what happens. Like you're not standing at the end of the hall after making this noise. Awesome. The droids are heading down there. You see the woman in the red cloak looking around, ducked back behind the corner. What would you like to do? It seems to
So she
work.
hasn't moved, but the droid's have.
You can't see if she's moved. That's the trick. As she moves, she's going to see you if you don't get out of the way.
Is there any tech terminals nearby?
Yep. Pretty
Okay,
safely, always a tech terminal.
cool. I am going to. I'm gonna say. But like this, I think it kind of like works. Shut the door.
Is there like a blast door
Yeah,
or something?
blast
like
doors. Yeah,
that?
sure.
Can you shut the blast door?
I'm gonna try and hack into this.
Go for it. Tech check.
Gym.
Roll a d4.
Six. Roll a d4.
Yeah, I'm using my human defiant feature.
That's a 4, so that's 10.
That's 10. To shut a blast door, 10 will do it.
Oh.
Now, that is literally you just, digitally mechanically closing it. It can be opened again just as easy to check. But
Yeah.
you can close it. You start closing the door. Roll me a d20. You want a high number.
8.
8. The woman in the robe is on your side of the door as it closes. As she does, you hear the sound of a lightsaber igniting. This time you don't believe it to be an illusion. And
Oh no, it's
footsteps
the
coming
hallway
towards
scene.
you.
Can I book
Is
it
this
the
on?
opposite way to these guys?
Do you mean, so are we all on the opposite side of the door? Or is he just
Corridor here, corner this way.
Yeah.
Corridor goes this way. Offshoot that the droids are now in the closed door. Person is here.
Okay, so we're...
Yeah.
So,
So
you're
we're
all
all-
together round the corner. You, as far as it would seem, your options are book it back that way, get ready to fight, or do something clever. I don't know what that third one is though.
I'm just going to ignore my lightsaber as well.
I'm going to take
I want to be so
the ink
extreme.
tube of the pen and hand it to you as part of conspiration.
Love.
I was doing dismantling this pen.
I believe this is your pet.
But yeah, you get a D4 to
I've
attack
got the
or attack.
spring.
It's almost usable again.
Love.
I don't know what we could do that's smart here.
Yeah.
Do you run away? Do you stand your ground? Do you walk into the corridor? Those are your 3 options immediately available to you. 10.
I'm looking at.
I want to stand my ground.
Excellent. Is everyone else staying there?
I'll
Yeah.
hide right at the back.
You hear the footsteps approaching and then stop. A few seconds pass and nothing happens. Ten seconds, nothing.
Where are we?
You're staying where you are. You're on the side. The footsteps were right around the corner from you, so the person should be, hearish as far as you could hear.
Oh, okay,
Footsteps stop. You don't hear anything.
Oh.
I don't know what... I'm gonna take out my blaster.
We're all going to die if we don't hurry up and do something.
I'm gonna hold an iron blast if
Mhm.
someone comes around the corner. That's hostile.
Can I speak out?
Yeah.
I'll say, we come with information.
You
Can
see
we speak?
a single BB unit, one of the small little battle droids, walks around the corner. Intruders!
Can I immediately reboot it?
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve.
It's down for turn up. we'll see if it passes the save, which will be the deciding factor. 0.
Yeah, that fails.
You see it immediately boots down. There are 4 of you. It's got 7 hit points. You dismantle the droid. In doing so, you get a look around the corner. Empty hallway.
Awesome.
I keep my blaster
Let's
out.
keep going. Keep your eyes about you.
You lead.
Okay, I'll keep leading.
I'm going to strip the droid for a couple of parts as I leave.
Love
Like a power source.
You continue through. You reach what you keep following your map. You reach the security level. You see the blast doors are closed, but there's no guards posted outside.
Can I go to another tick to me?
You just try to hack through the door.
Oh, yeah. That's 19.
Doors open. Big, central communications desk in the middle. Empty.
And this is the prison area?
Prison areas. This would be the reception at prison. You see cells and that along the walls.
Can I-
Fully closed doors for the cells.
Can I insight this?
Yeah.
Is this super suspicious that this is going to be empty? There was a net 1 for a 3.
There's a
You're wrong.
There's a war
Perfect.
going on. They probably just have better things to do than guard,
That
prisoners
was literally
in
going
locked
to be my
cells
plan.
on a
I was
secure
gonna
ship.
trick.
Okay.
There's a bat. Said all hands to battle station. You nitwits. Get out
Seems someone's beat you to it.
Can I, perception check and look at the prisoners? Are
Yeah,
there
I was
any-
thinking the same thing.
Just see
Interesting
Princess
characters.
Leia and
That's a nat 1. Oh, I've got inspiration. Actually, no, I'm not.
yeah, that's my third net 1 of the night. I don't think I brought it.
With an at one, you see prisoners.
I got a 9, so
You assume they must have done something to them back here. A 9?
Yeah.
You see 3 humans, 2 aliens, and beyond that, hard to tell really.
Okay.
They look like prisoners. You have the central information desk with the prisoners in the middle. You see at the back of the wall of the cells, you see a vent in there that you know is your next path. Anyone doing anything other than heading straight for that vent?
I'd like to
Oh,
go to
yeah.
the terminal.
yeah, I want to go to the tunnel too. Yeah,
Yep.
because if there's someone interesting, like Rose could be a good distraction. At the very least.
The 2 of you both head to the terminal.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're looking up prisoner information. You're hitting the let all them go button, which for
Look
some
up
reason exists.
information first.
You look at the information. You see it mostly seems to be petty. You see this seems to be people who are too high key to keep on world, not high key enough to send off to the separatist, labor camps or anything. So there's some, people who've blown up some supply lines. A couple of people who've done, mass theft, forgery, that sort of thing. A couple of people who seem to just be generally resisting the occupation. All the cell doors open. You see a couple of people leave immediately.
I was going to do that.
You see one of them walks out, gives you a little wave, and heads out the door. None of them seem to stop or say anything. They're gone.
Cool.
Can I pickpocket them on the way past? I'm sure they don't have anything.
You go to, they don't have pockets.
Lame.
They're prisoners.
I go to climb up on the desk in the center to
This
make
is the
some
most
dramatic
evil
speech
character
to
I've ever
rally
played.
them, but they're already
They're
It's
down
taking
on the
so
wall.
long.
They know what that alarm
Specifically a don't care about anyone else other than himself. kind
Love
of.
it. We're heading through the chute. Heading through the vent, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just
Do you head-
unscrew it.
Absolutely. It's an uncomfortable trip, but you make it through. Through the vent,
I
round
take
the
off
corners,
my
following your map.
outer jacket and lay it underneath me.
You come out, hang on, out of the vent to the central computer area. The central computer is an enormously, you would know this, I don't know how you explain it exactly, but you would know this, the computer central system generates so much heat, it needs to be kept above an enormous empty chamber so that it can vent the heat. And also because Star Wars always needs a thing inside capitals. The computer station itself is there, in the middle of this catwalk here, so that is where you need to go to access the computer information. Those catwalks are 5 foot wide, so only one of you can really access it at a time, though all 4 of you could stand on this little platform here if you want to. What's the plan as you come out into the computer room?
Okay, I did not take 4 sleep, so I'm going to go first.
Cool.
I'll go behind.
You charge forward.
I'll go last.
Cool. 10, are you going on the catwalk as well?
Yeah, I'll go in the middle somewhere.
Awesome. You all head across. Aloria, are you going to go try to retrieve the information from the computer? That's, you're copying a file. It's not, you won't even require a tech check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wonderful. You begin the process. You see it reads 30 seconds left to transfer the file. As a lightsaber ignites.
Well,
As you
happens
see,
sooner or later.
standing at the exit
No, I'm
door,
on the wrong side.
you see the woman in the robe who you've seen a couple of times now, holding a lightsaber. As you see, she looks out to the four of you, and with seemingly genuine confusion, says, "Who are you?"
Good question.
You see, holds
Yeah.
the lightsaber in front of her and says, "It doesn't matter." And you see, ignites the second half of her double-ended lightsaber. Two beams of flame flying out in front of her. Let's roll initiative.
Woo!
She's got a posh lightsaber.
Very posh.
That was my fourth net one of the night.
Oh,
That's insane.
We need this
Now-
board. I'm gonna just buy one and just put it there.
Yeah.
30 seconds to transfer means 5 rounds until this file is done. Stay alive. 10.
Wait, so we don't even need to get it out of here, we just need to transfer it.
So you're transferring it onto a memory drive, so you got 5 rounds until it's
Yeah.
on the drive. What you do after that is up to you.
Yeah.
10, how did you do it?
14.
14. Eloria,
Great.
3. Ella,
16.
16. And Biop,
4.
4.
I think you'll find it's beautiful.
Sorry, Biop. My apologies. Ella, you are up first.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got my gun out,
Mhm.
and I'll hold it and I'll point it out, and I'll say, I'm Junior Undersecretary of the Ethics Committee, and who would you be? Let me check the notes room.
You see she says, my name is Navan.
Whom do you represent?
You see that takes a couple of steps forward, holding the lightsaber. Seems reasonably uninterested in this discussion.
Are there
Can't
any...
mechanically move to her turn.
Is
but,
there a blast door, here?
there is a small security gate, but not a blast door.
Does there seem to be a button or panel that controls it?
You reckon the computer probably could?
Oh, the one that they're using?
That computer, yeah, you reckon that would probably lock this.
Okay,
Though it's like a waist-high gate, so it would slow them down, but wouldn't keep you very safe.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use my critical analysis again as a bonus action,
Yeah.
just to analyze
Mhm.
her fight patterns and everything.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn to Aloria
Mhm.
and I'll say, bring down a gate or do something to slow her down.
Okay.
Love.
Does it look like there's another way out of this room, or is it just...
No, so that catwalk leads to a dead end there.
Yeah.
That one seems to just go halfway around to the other side of the core. Seems like the only entrance exit is there, or the grate you came in through.
Can I once again hold my action of shooting if she passes the gate?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll try again to talk to her and say,
Mhm.
whom do you represent? I'm authorized to discuss any negotiations with any peoples.
Give me a persuasion check.
Any peoples.
Any peoples. I'm...
You can go to peace talks with Count Dooku himself.
You know what? Inspiration point. I'm going to use it.
Why not? Use it or lose it,
20.
20?
Yeah.
You meets beats. You see she says, I represent Darth Tyrannus, and you are my test of strength.
Oh.
Anyone wants to give me a
Don't-
law check on that?
Don't be
Advantage
proud.
and advantage.
I don't think that's a good thing.
15.
You've heard of test of strength before, used by some of the Jedi in the Republic.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Jedi have 3 tests: test of strength, test of soul, and test of will. You don't know exactly what to do with the Sithis, but it's a pretty safe bet that this is something very similar. Which you would imply means that they're not really open to much in the way of negotiation.
Also means they're not a fully fledged Sith.
Very much so. 10, that is your turn. You feel as this person approaches a wave in your own magic as you sense a similar magic user present.
Were you a dark side user?
Not necessarily, just
Force user.
force.
Oh.
Although, probably.
Moderately mixed.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm going to hold.
You dabble.
I dabble. I'm going to hold slow
Nice.
until they get within 15 feet.
15 feet?
Yeah.
Yep, sure thing. Alrighty.
So no, just hold my action. If there's room to move around, because I'd like to step into that computer if we get to 5 rounds and we're not dead.
Hit me with that again.
So I'd like to be within 5 feet of the core if I can get there.
Yeah,
but
you can squeeze through an ally so you can move to there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to do that.
Wonderful. That is Navira's turn next. She has got 30 foot of walk speed, which gets her which gets her to the gate, which puts her within 15 feet and in blaster range.
Woo.
So an attack roll.
Con save.
God, that's not great. 12.
12. You shoot, you see she hits the bot with her lightsaber just in the nick of time. Near miss.
Rude!
And
con save.
slow con save. 10.
Fail.
You reach out with which finger?
Middle one, my right hand.
Middle right hand finger. And a
This ripple.
as you see she slows down in her movement, only able to move another 5 feet. That's her. There, I don't think she has range. She does. Can you all please make me a charisma save?
My jump stat. Yeah, absolutely.
That's my 4th nat one of the evening.
Dirty 20.
20, that's a success.
14.
14, that is a success, I'm pretty sure.
5.
Yep. Fail.
3.
Fail.
Ooh. Charisma's my casting ability as well, which sucks.
The two of you feel her reach out to you with her mind, and you just feel your own inadequacies welling up. Your failure to become anything more than some meaningless undersecretary. Your inability to be the cutest Jawa present. You will take a D4 penalty. It's Bane, basically. D4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws.
For how long do we get to resave or anything?
Nope. That's until they lose.
It's
I
concentration.
used to say how long that is, but doesn't seem to be that you'll get saves on your turn or anything like that. Cool. Eon or whatever it is. Eop. Ebop.
Yeah.
Ewok.
Yeah.
Eop. Sorry. Eop.
Alright. I am going to take out what looks like, I don't know if you guys have seen Arcane, but you know how
Yeah.
Jinx makes random shit and it's come together. Looks like a banther. And it's just like a little wind-up toy. He
Oh
winds
no,
it
you're
up,
gonna do the
and
that
then
scene.
wanders over. It's kind of like a skunk. It just farts, and a smoke cloud appears as a around her, basically.
Incredible. What's the range on that smoke cloud?
Use an object interaction to have your device do it. Can I just throw it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a tiny
that's-
device.
Yeah, that's all fine. What's the range of the smoke cloud? 10, 15 foot?
It doesn't say. It just says create smoke for 1 minute. It might not even be obscuring. It's just smoke.
Cool. You see their
It's
cloak
just
billows a little bit in the smoky breeze.
Oh, you just made them look cool.
You've done special effects.
We'll
Yeah,
call that
right.
a bonus action if you like.
So do that.
Cast
as bonus
special
action.
effects. Nice.
Yeah, because it doesn't actually say mechanically what it does. It just says
That's alright.
that it does a thing. And then how much How far away movement was?
35, but you can move 5 foot forward. So
Okay. I'm not going to do that. I am going to. Where's my spells? Okay. I'm just going to Iron Blast.
Yep, go for it. You see Ella is a little bit in the way, so they will have a little bit of cover.
That's fine. Oh no, that's just a dex saving throw for them.
Oh, cool.
So I don't actually have to. Just it's 1d4 damage. It's 13. Is the
That's going to be a success.
okay? So they take nothing.
Cool. You see you fire up and again deflects the bolt with their lightsaber. Cool. That is your turn. Elora, that's you.
I would like to. Is there any objects behind her that
Yeah.
look like they're 15 pounds or less?
Yeah, absolutely. There'd be bits and pieces for sure.
Sweet.
There's little information cartridges, memory sticks, computer logs, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, something that's close to that 15-pound range that I possibly can find. I
Yeah.
would like to force propel
Mhm.
right into the back of her head.
Yeah, go for it. Is that an attack roll?
Let me check.
It's probably
So
going to be.
creature object immediately moves 60 feet in any direction on choice. If
Yep.
the creature object ends its movement in the air, they immediately fall to the ground.
Yep.
Creature objects collide with any one target during its travel. Both creatures must take 3d8 kinetic damage.
Wow.
3d8's a lot.
Doesn't say.
Oh, it's like catapult, right?
Yeah,
That's the
basically.
rules.
Cool.
Yeah.
There'll be a dex save or an attack roll then.
Okay.
Let's call it an attack roll.
Yeah. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
God damn. Pathfinder crit. You see, they are fully, channeling their anger, hatred,
Hit by a memory
heaving,
stick.
breathing, blasting the weapons to the side with their lightsaber. They seem fully in the zone, completely neglecting their surrounding as a big, heavy metal container that you would hold storage chips in just flies into the back of her head. Give us some damage.
That is going to be 9 kinetic damage.
9 kinetic damage to both. You see the container for chips bangs into her head, falls into the ravine below, just falling. As you see, she fully grabs the back of her head, checks behind her for a second. That was a big blow. Bonus actional movement at all?
No, I'm going to stay away.
Wonderful. At the end of that round, don't mind who rolls it, we're going to make a roll to see if the computer slows up or speeds down. As it is, there are 4 rounds left before the transfer finishes. Someone will roll me a D20. High roll, it'll be quicker. Low roll, it'll be slower. Mid roll, it'll stay the same.
7.
7. That is still just staying the same.
Okay, cool.
4 rounds left. Ella, that's back to you.
Alright, I'll say, no chance to negotiate?
Shoot.
Uh,
While
I shall
she is
You know,
negotiate
my-
only with your I shall negotiate only with the means of your demise.
Fair enough.
poo-poo.
My 5th nat 1 of the evening.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
That's so bad. Yep, I fail again. Can I move back behind?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone.
So that's 5.
Right then,
10, 15,
bye! And then I'll run away.
10, 15, so 5 hours, you can get to 20, there you go. You can get that far.
Cool.
Awesome. 10.
Can I be like 1 back from the edge? Oh no, this is...
It's 5 foot wide anyway, so no.
I am small. I don't know if that.
Still needs to use the extra bit of movement to clamber through your space. 10, that's you.
I'm going to hold a melee attack
Mhm.
with my light blade
Mhm.
with lightning charge
Nice.
if they come into range.
Lightning charge is real fun. Do you charge it up with the lightning now, do you think?
I think I have to then hit.
Okay.
So
as you hold that
as
action,
part of the action to cast, you must make a melee attack, so you do
Cool.
it together. So it's
Cool.
part of the casting action.
as you start to channel your abilities and flickers of lightning travel down your blade. You see she begins to do the same.
Nice.
Alright, and that is her turn. She has got...
Yeah, but mine's red lightning, so yeah,
There you go, that's very cool.
on a white blade.
She
So.
is slowed, so she's only got 15 foot of movement. Damn, slow is really nasty.
Can anyone push her off?
That's what I was trying to do, basically hitting her in the back of the
The
head.
head with
But
the
it
back of the
actually
head with the
just
memory stick. So it's like bang.
Melee.
These are a printer. Printers are
I
bad.
can only
You get-
15 pounds inside.
It could be a light printer. Nothing like being chucked off
Ooh, okay, cool.
a thing with a printer.
Jesse, can you make me a con save, please?
That is going to be a 7.
There's a fail.
Uh-oh.
How many hit points do you have currently?
7.
You
Not
see,
anymore.
holding the lightsaber, looks to you, or reaches out a hand and says, "You are weak with the Force," and pulls your life force out of you for 10 necrotic damage.
Oh, shit.
Ugly.
Okay. Is there something I can do? Left is...
That's rough. Do we have any healers? You've got healing, right?
She's like, no.
Would that be considered a ranged attack? Or...
Yep, that's a ranged attack.
Okay, then I'm going to use Force Reflect.
Okay.
So, I can... Yeah, so I can reduce it by 1d10. So if I...
Potentially, you can nullify it completely.
That's huge.
And as long as you roll a 2, you still up.
No, 8.
8, that's alright.
So I'm gonna
That
take
reduces the damage by 8. Come again?
Yeah, it reduces it by that. So
Cool, so you're on 2 hit points?
No,
no,
only takes 2
I
damage.
only take 2.
Oh, so you're on 8 hit points?
5.
5, lovely.
Yeah.
I'm just tracking hit points, is it? You see, again, tries, pulls, you feel yourself weakening. Your melee attacks, your melee attacks using strength are only going to deal half damage until for the next minute.
Ouch.
You can make saves for that, though. Beyond, that is you.
And you.
I'm gonna move forward 2 spots.
Mhm.
But maybe 3 actually.
3 gets you in melee.
Yeah.
If I reduce
I'm
it,
gonna-
I get to reflect it back.
That's very cool.
I'm gonna bonus action pickpocket it
Yeah, go for it.
because I can do that with this class.
Yeah.
That is 21.
That
What's she got in
absolutely
her pockets?
You reach into the pockets, roll a luck check, d20.
She's got buckle.
Second light.
Breath
Oh,
mints.
fuck. 4.
Breath mints.
Actually, I'm using my last inspiration.
Go for it.
No.
19.
You pull out a remote for nearby BB units.
Oh,
For nearby battle units.
Oh, absolutely.
There's on, off, and then like a targeting system.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, and I still have 10 points
This
of...
Joel might not be useful after all.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this just because hopefully I stay up. That's just hopefully I stay up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prod her with the electric rod because reasons.
She just was flying on the side.
Fuck. That's
You
10.
got killed by a Jawa.
14,
10.
10, 10 will not hit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go back 10 foot.
You're going to go back.
10.
Yep. That'll
And
be
do
an
the
opportunity.
opportunity attack.
That
Yeah,
will be
I
an
know,
opportunity
I know.
attack, absolutely. You see, as you're leaving, they go for a double saber attack. Your AC currently is 13.
Yeah, that sounds right.
With a 9, you see you are back too quickly as they cutting one of the handlebars along the wood, glowing red metal from where they cut.
This remote,
Mhm.
what action economy does it take to press the button?
There's no battle droids in here currently, but object interaction, so it has to be on your turn, but free.
Free action, so I could do it now.
Yep.
I'm just gonna press. What buttons does it hit? It's
Can't.
like
Come battle droid.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the come here.
It's
come
a
here,
remote control. They're coming on their way.
Alright, cool.
On each of your turns from now on, you'll roll a d20 to see if they arrive.
Okay.
Alrighty. Ella, that's you.
Back to me.
Back to you already. Sorry, beginning of the round, someone wants to roll us a check to see how the computer's going. 3 rounds left.
You
as
want
it
to, you haven't done
stands.
any
Yeah,
checks
I'm
yet?
18.
18.
Nice.
2 rounds left.
All right. All right. We just need to divide 2 rounds.
We just
Fucking
need us
hurry.
not to roll dice.
Yeah.
Speaking
Tim
of
looks
that,
at the computer and just gives it a bit of a kick and goes, hurry the fuck up.
The progress bar jumps along a little bit.
yeah. Speaking of me not rolling any die, I'm going to use my critical analysis bonus action to focus on 10 instead and say, "Attacker, please now. Thank you."
Love. You get an action to do whatever you like with.
No, to attacker.
You have to attack it.
To do whatever you like as long as it's attack it.
Okay. So I get that action on
Now?
now. Do I get movement as part of that?
I don't think so.
I think this is one of the coolest features that I've seen. Like, forcing someone else to have an extra action on your
Graduate.
attack. Be like the leader.
Hang on, that's I was reading the wrong thing.
Because I haven't heard it.
Choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. Expend 1 superiority die. Immediately use its reaction to make 1 weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Because I don't think I can attack from here.
Oh, I thought you had your thing.
I've
out.
got blade.
I'll let you retcon that to someone else if you like.
I've got blade, but I'm not in range.
Do you have something that you can attack with?
I think he does as well.
Yeah, I'll probably do it to.
If you got a ranged attack.
Elaria.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely do it to me.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, remember? If it uses strength. So if it's a force attack,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
good.
Force
Use a
attack.
force
You're
attack.
good then.
Yeah, that's what.
And you can add 1 damage.
That's
Damage-
ethics
The
for you.
damage isn't really a matter. It's just hoping that she rolls terribly.
Yeah.
Force push.
Yeah, go for it. What's the save for that?
Strength.
Strength. Read me the rules for force push real quick.
Okay, you use the force to move a medium or smaller creature or object, not being worn or carried within range, which is 60 feet, so I should be within range.
Up to... Oh, sorry. The object is 60 feet.
No, I'm saying my range.
Yeah,
is
how
60
far
feet.
can you move them?
Only 5 feet
Is it away from you or in any direction?
in any direction.
Wonderful. If they fail this, they fall to their death.
That's what I'm
Yep.
What's your save? What's the save?
13.
And what skill?
Strength.
Strength. Okay. I will tell you they are not trained in strength saves. They add 0 to this.
Jesse, don't forget I gave you a D. Oh no, wait, it doesn't matter. It's her so making the save. The butter inspiration.
So 14 or higher, 13 or higher, or they fall to their death. That's an 8.
There might be a second.
You know that lovely little ability you had a second ago?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's still in damage, although it technically does do damage. I think, later.
So, they have it for melee attacks, not for your ability.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
What does that look like as you reach out and force push them over the edge of the balcony?
I would say while she's swinging wildly at
Yeah.
the Jawa that's escaping,
Mm.
she goes a little off balance, and I just give her a slight nudge from the side, and she just goes, "Whoa!"
Wonderful. She gets one check to try to grab the leg. Oops, that one flies. Nah, there it is.
Oh, there it is. I don't need to check. Jesus Christ.
But with a 9 on the dice, that's not going to cut it. She doesn't have good acrobatics.
Classic Star Wars death. Just plummet through.
Absolutely insane. They have 24 hit points left and 8 casting points still. They should have cleaned up.
That's what
incredible.
happens when you put a bridge.
Put a 5
I thought you'd all fall off the bridge.
She's meant to be cool.
I don't care about the bridge, I have jump jets! And a grappling hook.
Incredible. You see exactly as you said, going for the Jawa, pushed off balance, falls off the edge, and the room goes quiet.
Does she do anything with the lightsaber? She's fallen.
Give me a luck check.
6.
So the lightsaber is still ignited, as it falls, you see loses an arm, falls through. You see it cutting through the wall of the ship, before it eventually turns off halfway down the fall. You do not hear an impact. It is a long drop down there.
I'm going to cast production values. And my eyes are just going to go sad as I know how expensive lightsabers are. They just turn blue for a split second.
Incredible. Unless anyone does anything immediately, the transfer finishes in the next couple of seconds. Lovely. What do you do next?
So this
moving into
can
that
this
space.
computer like search for things?
Sure can. 10 jumps onto the computer first, though, as they were waiting for that.
Yep, sure.
10, what are you doing?
We're all doing our secret
I'm
missions.
standing there and kind of looking at it. So
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at it.
Kick it.
Mm-hmm.
Press some buttons.
Yeah.
Basically just cause trouble. I play it like a piano. It doesn't seem very interesting.
No.
Can I nudge you if you're pressing the wrong button?
No, I'm nudge you back.
Love it.
Got this like little jower like on my leg. It's like
Excellent. You spend an action or so interacting with
Yeah.
that. You duck off. What are people
I'm
doing
bored.
next?
Yeah.
Is there
Computer
any way
is
to
dull.
signal
So the battle
Republic
droid's
that we
coming.
received?
Nope.
No, not even
You
through
weren't
this
given
computer.
comms.
And they're battle droids.
Oh, can I
coming.
roll a d20
Oh, yeah.
and see if my
D20,
droids see them?
droids arrive. Let's call it 15 or higher.
6.
Not yet. You imagine they're all on the front lines trying to find.
Yeah.
I'd like to go on the panel and try to search something.
Yeah, what are you searching?
Oh, I've sent it to.
Lovely.
And I'll see if I can find a way to signal the Republic.
I'm gonna light my torchy thing.
But yes, that works fine. You do also get the information you're looking for. You like your torchy thing?
Okay.
Yeah, I forget what it's
I
called.
really
My
wanna
fusion
know.
cutter,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna use dismantle, which is a tech
I
cutter.
was looking,
What do you use to dismantle on?
The whole computer.
Incredible. You walk up and just...
I'm specifically targeting hard drives, but I'm dismantling the whole core computer. It takes about a minute to do this, by the way.
You hear a robotic droid voice come over and says, "Emergency damage to the core reached. Dropping now," as you see the release on the side of the thing, just drops it down the pit.
Well, now we're dead.
Computer is gone.
time to get
You
off the ship.
feel the ship klaxons blaring. You feel the first blasts of the Republic's plasma cannons hitting the broadside of this space cruiser. The whole building shakes. The floor rattling, bits falling off from the roof. You've got to run like hell to find the escape pods.
That's cool.
But you have done this much faster than I thought you would. You are running down the hallways as the ship is crumbling apart from you, but you have plenty of time. You reach the escape pod rooms. One has been jettisoned already some time ago.
Oh,
It's
You
almost
all,
like it had 2 droids on it.
you all jump
Is it
into
not
another
droids
one, flying off to the Republic ship that was set to pick you up. You have completed the mission. You have all completed your secret objective.
Woo!
Well done.
What was
Good
your
job.
secret objective?
Mine was to release a prisoner, but you just went and released them anyway.
That didn't take a lot of selling.
What was yours? It was both of yours to find information on.
Mine was I had to look for a separatist agent named Twin Sun, which I never found, but
What did you
I searched
find?
it up on the computer. It was like it was the person we just killed.
Yeah.
Ah,
Twin Sun was apprentice is too strong a word, sort of a side pet project for Dooku to
Yeah.
see if they could train someone on the dark side, just to see if they could.
Yeah.
They didn't
I
do
had,
a
to
good job.
download, I had to download a file which I did by kicking the
So
computer
you tried again with
incessantly.
what's the face later.
So
Exactly.
I had to.
Exactly.
I had
Oh,
to
drive
wipe
the
a hard
sergeant.
drive. So
you'll
you
be-
can see, I
That sure works.
that won't do it.
Incredible.
I love
was like, I'll let you
doing
guys
my
use the computer
thing for
first,
me.
just in case.
I got plans for a new
You want to see all?
separatist
Yeah,
spacecraft.
sure.
Oh, incredible. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you had a good time with
That
that.
was
That was
I had a
great.
blast.
Yeah, that was fun.